voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your wow. Lift it up.
Girl, sorry I'm late. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Sorry. Come on in. Well, I feel like this thing is like it's cutting off my head. I don't know. Come on in. Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Thursday. Yes, today is Thursday, y'all. I just had to drop off my phone to get the screen repaired because the screen going black on me, and we all know how that goes, okay? So yeah, I had to lay down right quick and go drop my phone off, and it's ready already, but I'd rather come over here and Joce with y'all, so I'll go get it when I get off the Joce, okay? So first and foremost, get on up in here. Yes. Shout out to the Dollhouse. We are live from the Dollhouse and from Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. Now, shout out to all my dolls and dons. You know what I'm saying? We lost the Dollhouse. Yes, we did. We lost the Dollhouse. I want to say about a month ago. I lost a lot of money. A lot. I ain't gonna get into the details. I'm still a bit triggered. You know what I'm saying? But the money wasn't even the issue because I was like, yeah, it wasn't mine. It wasn't in my pocket anyway, so it wasn't mine no way. You know what I'm saying? However, I was upset about the content because I'm like, oh snap, I had a lot of content on that channel. Well, it taught me a lesson. First of all, download all my content. Now I have all the lives. It's the videos that I do that I don't have. So I'll make sure I download those. And then honestly, when I lost the channel, immediately I was like hurt. But then I had I will say I had an air of settledness and calmness over me. Now I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was just like, maybe it ain't meant to be. I ain't gonna hold you. At first, I was like, maybe I ain't supposed to have that channel. Maybe I'm not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? And people kept hitting me up, Voo at the channel, Voo, what's going on? Now, mind you, I made most of my money on the Dollhouse, not this channel. As a matter of fact, I would say I made 20% of the money. I make 20% of the money on this channel than I made on the Dollhouse. So let that sink in. So I'm losing a lot of money, but either way, I still was like, you know what? Maybe that's just what it is. But you know, something came over me and something said, if you try to get it back, you're going to get it back. Because I had appealed. I did appeal. I appealed for the channel and it came back and was like, girl, no. I appealed. And something said, if you apply for it, girl, you're going to get it back. Okay? So I was just like, all right. So I hit up Twitter. I went on Twitter first. And they was like, all right, let's take this to the DM. Twitter ain't never hit me back. Shout out to Twitter. I'm like, hey, Twitter, y'all said y'all was going to hit me back, YouTube, Twitter. What happened? You know what I'm saying? And Twitter never hit me back. So I was just like, well, you know what? Maybe it ain't. And I don't know what happened. And I hadn't read the updated guidelines on this. But I have over 50,000 subscribers at the Dollhouse. And I don't know if the guidelines updated, but I got a YouTube partner, YouTube manager or whatever it is. That's what it is. I have a YouTube manager at the Dollhouse. Now, again, I haven't looked up the paperwork or the new reg or anything or the new I hadn't looked up the new rules or anything. So I didn't know this. All I know is I got an email from somebody saying, hey, girl, I'm your new YouTube manager. I say, girl, ain't no more YouTube manager. The YouTube is gone. That's what I told the YouTube manager. You know what I'm saying? And the YouTube manager was like, maybe I can help you. Let me reach out to somebody. And sure as he did, I got the channel back. So with that being said, the channel is back. The dollhouse is back. I don't normally do the Joce on the dollhouse. I don't. I normally keep my morning Joce on the Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. Yes, I did mean to go live on both because I got to get the other channel back in the algorithm. So I will be doing the first portion of the morning Joce on that channel because I need to keep these two channels separate. I need the content on these two channels separate. Now, I've heard people, and I've even grappled in my mind about the content on separate channels. And this is the thing. Because part of me feels like, girl, you need to just stay focused on what you're doing over here, which is Voodoo Doll TV Reacts, and trying to, enlighten the people, waking people up, and leave that trash alone. And I ain't gonna lie, I grapple and study with that. And that's part of the reason why, if the channel never came back, I was cool with it. Because I was like, you know what? Maybe that's the Most High telling me you're not doing what I need you to do. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's really what I said to myself. Maybe the Most High is telling me I need you to get off of that and focus on this. So I didn't, whatever. But I realized a lot of the people that I have over here at Voodoo Doll TV come from the dollhouse. Voodoo Doll TV Reacts hadn't been in the algorithm. Now, it probably is in the algorithm now. But I'm going to be honest. And any of my mods, Miss Parker, if she on here, she could tell you. Voodoo Doll TV Reacts was not in the algorithm. I wasn't making any money because people wasn't coming over here to hear me talk. I was coming over here to do this because this is what I wanted to do. Now, mind you, I'm going to give you guys the difference. On the dollhouse, when I'm over there talking about craziness, I can get 3,000 people in my chat. But on Voodoo Doll TV for the morning Joce, when we talking about real topics, at one time, my day ones know we was getting like 300, 400, 500 people in the chat. But I have a passion for that, so I didn't care. But I realized, like I was saying in the beginning, a lot of my people come from the dollhouse, and maybe the dollhouse is the way to whatever I'm supposed to do. I feel like if it wasn't for me to have it, the Most High wouldn't have gave it back to me. But he did. So here we go. So welcome back to the dollhouse. Shout out to all the dolls and Dawn. Welcome, y'all. Come on in. I will only be doing the first half of the morning Joce on the dollhouse. Then we're going to dip up off of that and get into some more serious topics over here at Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. Now, because I like to keep the content separate, okay? I like to keep the content separate. All right. So with that being said, we got a show today. Come on in. Oh, and by the way, YouTube, y'all took all that money from me and then they Shannon Sharp me when I came back. Girl, do you know when I went into the studio, I was in the whole $2.97? YouTube made me pay $2.97 to get my channel back. First of all, they took all my money and then turned around and took $2.90. Girl, I started out in the hole. Do you hear me? Girl, $2.97. Y'all got to stop, YouTube. Go lay down. You done took everything I got. What more do you want from me? Lord have mercy. Let me live. I'm trying to breathe and feed my family. I got a dog. Lord have mercy. $2 and y'all petty for that, girl. $2.97. For real. Y'all ain't. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? This is just funny to even look at. Anyway, shout out to YouTube though. They let me back. I don't want no smoke. With them people. Anyway, so we got a show today. We're going to discuss the obvious on the thumbnail. Dr. Umar lost to school and allegedly doing witchcraft on FBA. And let me tell y'all something. Because see, I be catching on to the small stuff. I let everybody else talk about the big stuff. I want to talk about the stuff that most people ain't talking about. And I was over there watching Tasha K. Shout out to Tasha K. She was, I hit her up too when I lost my channel. But I was over there watching Tasha K interview. It just popped up in my algorithm, and I had never sat down and watched the interview with the young lady that Dr. Umar was sleeping with, aka Throat Goat. Okay, but some said, "Girl, just watch it, girl. Just see what the lady said." And the lady was saying a lot, which we'll get into. But one of the things she talked about was how his house in the back of it had a lot of flies. And she said, and it had flies, and he used a lot of fly tape because of the sacrifices he did. Now, when she first said it, I think it kind of, I ain't gonna say it went over Tasha's head, because she did come back and revisit it. But I think she said it so fast, most people didn't catch on to it. So I'm looking in the chat, and some people was like, sacrifice, but most people it kind of like brushed by. Long story short, she doubled back and revisit some of the things that your fave Dr. Umar be doing, and we're going to talk about how I told y'all before, your emotions will always get you in trouble, lead you to a road of destruction. So we're going to talk about him losing the school and the alleged witchcraft that he done been putting on FBA. Okay, I'm telling y'all now. Then we also got to discuss Tyla. Make me sweat, make me holler, make me lose my breath, baby father. Yeah, we done packed her up out of here. Yeah, you know y'all little colored South African girl. We done packed her up out of here, and I am so elated. Not only her, it's so many more to go. My girl dropped her new album, and they said ain't nobody go buy it. And I'm over here saying, sound about right. Because first of all, the music was TikTok cute. Okay. Let me say that one more time. Because since we on my Dr. Umar, let me channel him in right quick. The music was TikTok cute. Cute enough for us to do a trend, hit a dance, and we might want to hear it at a club, maybe at a lounge or two. But it wasn't nothing home to ride home about, okay? It wasn't nothing crazy about Tyla and her music. As a matter of fact, they were repackaging our old icons and making them a South African person, and we didn't too particularly like it. So then when Tyla come her little dainty self on stage talking about she can't hold her awards, and then when she don't want to answer the color of the questions about her race and color and all that stuff, the people was just like, girl, you don't even really go here for real. You got invited in here, and we really just letting you over here because you know somebody. But girl, you can get up out of here. And that's what we did. We packed up and got up out of here. And now the South Africans are mad. And that's good. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. We also got to discuss Trump with his new martial law. It's locking down in certain cities, and we're going to get into it. Wendy Williams has been assigned back to her, what do you call it? Guardianship. She was trying to get out of it, and so far she's back in it. And then we got Tory Lanez denied the opportunity to add new evidence to the case about with Meg Thee Stallion. So we're gonna get into a few things, y'all. Y'all get in here and get the likes up on the video. Let me start off by recognizing a few people. TC Spell, thank you so much for being a new member and becoming a new member. Welcome to the dollhouse, my love. Thank you. Miss Parker, thank you for being a member for 15 months. Says, baby, we are back. And yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are back. And I want everybody to tell a friend, okay? Tell a friend. And S. Johnson, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you're over at Voodoo Doll TV Reacts, please do me a favor and hit that like button. If you're over at the Dollhouse TV, or what is it? The Dollhouse Reacts, is that what I called it? Please hit that like button. But more importantly, please subscribe to both channels. The Dollhouse is more of a fun channel. We do more celebrity gossip, more kind of baddies, more kind of craziness over there. It's kind of a little more hood ratchet. And over here is a little more intellectual at Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. Now, if you are capable of balancing your emotions and your brain to take both, then please go ahead and subscribe to both channels. But if you feel like you only want to be interested in one, I understand. Only subscribe to one. Just subscribe to something, girl. That's all I'm saying. You hear, right? Okay. But anyway, also shout out to Twitch in the building. Shout out to Rumble in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Facebook always showing love. Shout out to everybody in the building. We outside. I got to start streaming my morning jokes to Twitter too. I'm about to go try to. I'm about to go. I'm not about to try. I'm about to go get that audience too. What it is. Thursday, August 14th, 12:42. Yeah, I'm about to go get that audience too. Thank you, Kiki31, for becoming a new member. Thank you. We trying to get Voodoo Doll TV Reacts to 50,000 subscribers. Now let's get into the show. Thank you so much, Kiki31. I truly, truly appreciate you. And shout out to all the love y'all be showing me for real, for real. Shout out. Okay. Now I want to get started with a few honorable mentions. Y'all already know how I go with that. And I need you guys to get the likes up on the video so we can get the video out in the algorithm. Let the people know we around here Joce. That's what this is all about. Okay. Not this one, not that one. Hold on, not that. I'm trying to find something for y'all. Hold on. Oh, let me show y'all this. Well, I'll show you this one first. So remember we were talking about Finesse 2 times and Mama 10 times. Remember yesterday? If you don't know, Finesse 2 times and his mother are in an online beef because according to her, she moved him from her apartment into a home and now he refuses to pay her bills. So she came out and she exposed him or whatever and basically said that he ain't worth 2 nickels rubbed together and he ain't helping her. She about to get evicted. Now, somebody, I found this on the internet. I've seen it on multiple places. Somebody posted this photo of Finesse 2 times, Mama 10 times, Dagger Sister 3 times, and who the hell is the brother 4 times. And all 4 of them have the exact same face. When I tell you genes and genetics don't lie, listen to me and listen to me good. It was almost as if the bottom portion of this photo that says that Finesse could play his whole family like Eddie did in the Clumps. It seems so far-fetched, but yet so close to reality, don't it? When I tell you that woman, I don't know what her mama looked like, and I don't know what her mama before her looked like. I don't know if it was the daddy side or the mama side, but you literally recreated yourself 3 times, ma'am. 3 times. And you want to know what's crazy? All 3 of them probably got a little bit of her in them. Do you hear me? Man, when I seen this, I said, watch out. Cold-blooded. Man, what's going on? Finesse, bro. I ain't even gonna tell you what to do with your mama, bro. But I'm just saying, after seeing this picture, it make it a little hard. You know what I'm saying? It make it a little hard. I don't know. Y'all tell me. It make it a little hard. Asia, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Dollhouse. Yeah, it just makes it a bit hard for me. I don't know. Like I said, I could be wrong. But yeah, I saw that and said, girl, have several seats, Finesse. And all the 2 times of the family. They say Sha'Carri getting therapy. Oh, there you go. I'm so happy for Sha'Carri. Because listen, let me say this too. When I gave my commentary on Sha'Carri, I know it probably sounds harsh, but I think it's probably because of the kind of women I come up under. I come up under real strong, not biting your tongue type of women. They'll tell you the most uncomfortable thing in the most uncomfortable way. And I got to work on that. So I may have came off strong, but I really came from a good place. I really did. I want to see Sha'Carri win. It wasn't the fact that she even hit the boy. Sha'Carri hitting the boy, that was one thing. It was the fact that she couldn't even practice enough restraint to understand I can't even hit this boy in here. That's a serious problem there. She definitely needs therapy. So shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson if she is getting therapy, because she definitely needs it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that for her, because there's something real crazy going on in her head for her to not be able to doggone say, well, let me not hit the nigga in the airport. You know how many times I wanted to crash out, but had to look around and be like, man, look, you lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's been so many times I've been wanting to crash out in places and had to really stop myself mid crash out and be like, girl, you trying to go to jail or you trying to go home? You see what I'm saying? That's when you have some sort of emotional control. Because even in your heightened heights of your emotions, you can wheel yourself back in. That's emotional control. When you don't have no emotional control, you crash out and you don't care. And we have started to try to make that be cute, and it's never been cute. Just crashing out, that ain't never been cute. Autumn Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey Vu, when you get a chance, look up Black Caucasians. They are the ones who's cosplaying all indigenous people around the world. They are $5 Africans. Oh, I never heard of them, Black Caucasians. I'm gonna check them out. Thank you so much. But listen, what therapy does, or what it can do if she gets the right therapy, is it can get her to learn how to practice self-control. That's what that's about. That's what therapy was meant for. I don't know what it's for now. I know it was changing when I got out the field. But I'm telling you, it will show her how to have coping mechanisms and learn how to practice self-control. She'll address her trauma, her past PTSD, or whatever trauma, whatever issues she may or may not have had. I don't know. She'll address them head on. She'll accept them. She'll learn how to deal with them and what to do in times of heightened trauma. For instance, y'all remember that episode? What show was that? What TV show was that back in the day? It was somebody on a TV show and they kept saying 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Put the show in the chat. They kept saying 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Whoever the person was in this TV show, it had to be in like the 90s or the 2000s. Was it Family Matters? Thank you. That person had went to, it was Carl. Carl went to therapy because he had a temper. Now, James Evans had a temper in good times. He never went to therapy. That's why he took the chair and swung across the wall in Florida and said, "Oh, James, no!" You know what I'm saying? You know, Florida used to act like James was going upside her head. And you know, even though I feel like James had a temper, I ain't think James was going upside her head. But the way she used to be flinching and jumping every time James raised his voice, I'm like, Florida, what is you trying to tell us? You feel what I'm saying? But either way, both men, Carl Winslow and James, had anger issues, okay? And the difference is one of the men got help. Carl got help. So Carl would say when he went to therapy, he was able to address his trauma, and the therapist taught him, instead of just reacting like immediately, why don't you say 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? That's an example of how therapy should work. Therapy is not what it should be. Therapy is not what it was meant to be. So I don't know. But with that being said, shout out to Sha'Carri. If she's getting help, I support her. But I do feel like she do the crime, she needs to do the time. So whatever punishment they give her, she deserves it. I'm going to say this. When the next Olympics come around, they're going to drag Sha'Carri. And let me tell y'all something. Sha'Carri can't blame nobody but Sha'Carri. Them clears are going to drag Sha'Carri if she's able to compete. Listen, if Sha'Carri is able to compete in the next Olympics, they are going to drag Sha'Carri down to the ground. And Sha'Carri can't blame nobody but Sha'Carri, okay? It's a part of growing up, being a big girl, okay? That's how I go, okay? All right, now let's move on. It's something else I want to show y'all. Girl, I had seen this video. It's like a 6-second video. But this is a video of this man in the early 1900s. And when I tell you we've been fine. This man fine as hell. Do you hear me? Now, this is back before the videos had sound. That's how old this video is, girl. And when I seen this hard-working brother, I don't know what steel mill he was working in, like James. He probably was working next to James Evans. I don't know. But baby, me when he glanced that smile, I said, there go. Now, I haven't really looked too much into time travel. However, if the flights are available, I will be booking first class, okay? But either way, this was a fine young brother. Again, and we didn't need this video to tell us that if you just go back and look at y'all old granddaddies back in the day, you can tell who was who. You feel what I'm saying? Go look at them old folks back in the day when they was young. Don't look at them now. Look at them when they was young. That's when you know who was who. You feel me? TikTok had a trend on that one time before. Remember when they were talking about when they were saying quit breaking my heart? Yeah, and they would go back to the throwback. Yay. So we've been fine. Been fine. As a matter of fact, I read Ivan Van Sertima's book that came before Columbus. You should too. And Columbus old hating ass, he was trying to basically say that the Caribbeans was cute. And that he believed that they were the more handsome ones. Shut up. We all cute. Anyway. But nah, shout out to us. I was about to say shout out to Columbus. Girl, no indeed. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now let's get into this show. I want to start with Tory Lanez and what's the girl name? Meg the Stallion. So we all know Tory Lanez and Meg been fighting this case. Tory is still in jail. Now, I don't know if y'all recall, but Tory Lanez had Meg the Stallion had the attorney removed. Not the attorney, I'm sorry. Meg the Stallion had the judge removed that was on the case prior to Tory, I want to say, getting his appeal. Soon as Tory filed for his appeal, they changed out the judge. Now, this judge, we spoke about it. This judge that they changed out was a judge that's cool with Scamala and the Rock Nation people. Okay? All right. So I was immediately saying, I don't know how this is going to work out for Tory. And ever since they switched out that judge, everything Tory go up to that courthouse with, they shoot it down. Now, in this instance, Tory is trying to submit new evidence in the shooting case with him and Meg. And some people feel like, well, you didn't submit it the last time, so get it how you live. And I understand that sentiment because it's just like, why wouldn't you submit all the evidence? But I'm thinking maybe he was listening to who he thought was the more intelligent, which was his counsel or his attorneys, who was telling them, hey, don't input this because if you do this, then it might open up this can of worms. Or, hey, don't do this because if you tell him about this, you see what I'm saying? So maybe he was receiving what he thought was good counsel by not adding said evidence. But either way, he wanted to come back and add it. And he had sent it up to the judge to see what they was going to say. And we just found out that they denied the new evidence. Now, I watched the trial. I followed the trial. And I'm going to be honest, even while watching it, I knew right then and there that this boy got done wrong. However, it's so much twists and turns in the case. I was just like, man, look, if he like it, I love it. You ain't going to get on here and tell us Kelsey did it, because I've always thought Kelsey did it. If you ain't going to get on here and tell us Kelsey did it, then take your lick. That's how I felt, and I walked away from it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't want Tory to be freer than Tory. You see what I'm saying? If he didn't do it. But anyway, long story short, he's trying to submit this new evidence on the case, and this new judge is shooting it down. Now, as it pertains to this case, people are, some people are split. I ain't gonna say it's really split. Most people don't really care. I'm gonna be honest. If you're like me, I don't give a damn about Tory or me. Let's be honest. But it's the news and it be going viral, so I be talking about it, But ultimately, the fan bases on each side, you got the Meg, the hotties. She got her hotties on her side. They flock to certain comment sections. And then you got Tory Lanez and the Umbrellas on their side, and they flock to certain comment sections. But the thing is just like, y'all are only helping up for each side and not paying attention to what's being done right and what's being done wrong. How they've been doing Tory is wrong. Regardless, the way they've been doing them, everything he go up to court to try to appeal, everything he try to say, Tory don't even be saying nothing. And here come Meg. I feel intimidated. He need a gag order. Girl, the man we ain't even heard from him. You see what I'm saying? It's called an abuse of power. It's called when you're abusing the law. And I believe that Meg is abusing the law. And that's just what I believe to be fair, okay? Now, let's get into this whole story of him being shot down with this doggone new case evidence. It says, court denies Tory Lanez petition to submit new evidence in Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. It says, Tory Lanez just took another legal L in his fight to overturn his conviction in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. According to Complex, it says the California Court of Appeals shut down two separate petitions Lanez filed in hopes of bringing in new evidence from the 2020 case. One claim centered around his driver not testifying during the trial. The other involved a statement from a Bradley Jennings, a security guard who worked with Kelsey Harris. Now, let me say this. As far as the security guard go, we heard how that went. They said they was trying to get the security guard in before, if I can remember it, they were trying to get the security guard in to testify before Christmas. And then all of a sudden they say the judge or something happened where it was like, oh no, we about to go. And then after the holidays, they were like, it's too late. Like I said, rather you believe him to be guilty or innocent, the way certain things was done was not done correctly. And people can sit up here and be in their own emotions. And I keep telling you guys, you have to detach yourself from these celebrities. Listen, both Tory and Megan, because I see the umbrellas and I see the hotties. I see y'all. Y'all ain't got to say who you are. I can tell by what you're saying. You have to detach yourself from these celebrities. If you remain connected to these celebrities, you will fall with these celebrities. They're going down one by one. That's all I'm going to say. Now, let's get back to what I'm saying. He was trying to submit the evidence, or he was trying to get his bodyguard to get on here and testify, but they kind of played him. So in that case, he was done wrong. It says, as we previously reported at a press conference in May, Lane's legal team claimed Jennings approached them, saying he overheard Harris admit she fired the gun 3 times and that Lane's only grabbed her arm to stop her, causing 2 more shots to go off. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, his attorney argued. Meg's team clapped back quickly after the claim, stating Tory Lanez was tried and convicted by a jury of his peers, and his case was properly adjudicated through the court system. This is not a political matter. This is a case of a violent assault that was resolved in the court of law. Lane's main appeal is still active with oral arguments scheduled for August 18th. Let me say this, even if he was found guilty, he has a right to appeal and he has a right to have a retrial. I don't care who y'all like. Who the hell is Meg Thee Stallion to say, oh, since you was already tried and convicted, oh, well, tough titty said the kitty, but the milk was dry. Who the hell is Meg to be, who are Rock Nation to be able to say that this man can't be afforded his rights by the law? Y'all don't see the evilness in that? Regardless of if you like the man or not. He still has a right to appeal his case. But y'all, some people suck up this girl's behind so much that they lose all rhyme and reason. And I'm telling you now, you will go down with her. You will go down with her and him for the one sucking up his butt. You will go down with both of them. So all I'm saying is y'all can't even think logically because of how you feel about somebody. This is what we call celebrity worship. This is what we call celebrity worship. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And what's wrong is Meg's team does not have a right to stop this boy from appealing and submitting new evidence. Every American has that right. You don't get to say, oh, well, you was already convicted. Oh, well, that don't go like that. That don't go like that. That don't go like that. I don't care who y'all believe is right or wrong. All I'm saying is to say that he shouldn't be able to submit new evidence is wrong. And that's just the right thing to do. Because I don't have an attachment to any of these celebrities. I can tell you when Tory ain't worth the dime, and I can tell you when Meg ain't worth the dime. And I can sleep good at night. I snore every night. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. And this definitely fuels the gender wars. It fuels the gender wars, the divide that keeps us where we are right now. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. And let me say this too. I'm not gonna go back and forth with none of the hotties. Shout out to y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video as well. Not gonna go back and forth with you. Yeah, that's too low vibrational for me. But what I am gonna say is, I'm not gonna explain what I've already said. If you don't understand what I said, it's above your pay grade. Don't ask me no more questions. I said what I said. I was very clear and concise in my statement. If you don't understand my stance on the Tory and Meg situation that I just gave, it is above your pay grade. Move around. Let's move on. Move on. All right. Now, I want to move on to, and this is why I separate the content, mind you. Let's move on to Wendy Williams. Let's move on to Wendy Williams. So Wendy Williams, y'all say a prayer for her too as well. Wendy Williams is battling conservatorship and guardianship on her estate. We all know that they're trying to say that this lady have dementia, and the fact of the matter is that's not true. Well, I can't say it's not true because I'm not a doctor. Let me rephrase that. The fact of the matter is, we've seen otherwise. We've seen it to be that she doesn't give us dementia when we see her or when we hear her. Okay. So now she has been fighting back and forth with attorneys, and all that stuff. And she's finally getting more answers back, and the answers are not the ones that she was looking for, nor people who care about her. Basically, these people are holding Wendy hostage, more or less for her money, but also probably for her too. I don't know what's going on with the Wendy situation, but Wendy has been fighting to try to get out of this conservatorship and this guardianship and all this stuff, and they are not letting it happen. Now, I told you, I said this before, I value time and freedom more than anything. This is just me. I value time and freedom more than anything on the face of this earth. If I were Wendy and I thought or I knew that they trying to hold me hostage behind the bag, on my soul, I'm walking away from the bag. That's just me. Money does not mean that much to me. I don't cherish it. I don't worship it. I don't wear it. I don't put it in the videos. I'm not flossing it. I don't, that ain't my stilo. I don't roll like that. Money comes and money goes. I'm not saying that that's the case, but if it were the case and I were Wendy, hey, Kevin, take it. Chase, y'all take it. Take it all. Take it all. I got a few more. I don't know how much time left I got with my only child. I'm about to go over here. Hey, just give me enough money to give me a little condo or something. I'm about to go over here, pay for this condo. Me and my child about to rock out. That's me. Because to me, time is more important than anything. That's just me, but neither here nor there. I don't know that to be the case, but I do know that they are keeping Wendy in this conservatorship. So basically, she filed to get up out of there, and they said hell to the no. It said prayers up. Wendy Williams will reportedly stay in a guardianship following the recent medical exam that re-diagnosed her with dementia. Now, mind you, she took another exam that said she didn't have it, that was independent of the guardianship. And then they came back and gave her another one, the guardianship, and said, oh, no, you do have it. These people are lying, y'all. Neighbors, this is unfortunate. Wendy Williams will reportedly have to stay in her guardianship following a recent medical exam that confirmed her prior diagnosis. According to legal documents obtained by People, Wendy underwent an evaluation which reportedly included medical and neuropsychological tests and brain scans. Following the evaluations, doctors concluded that Wendy still has severe neurological issues. Sources tell People she was re-diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, FTD, and aphasia. It says the same disease she was originally diagnosed with in 2023. Due to her illness, she cannot be let out of her guardianship at this time. Sabrina Morrissey has reportedly asked a judge if she could retain guardianship over Wendy at least until November 5th. We will continue to pray for Wendy. Thoughts, neighbors. Let me tell you something. They are treating her like an item, like an object. They're treating her like an object. But that's how they look at us all. They look at us like objects. It's just that now this is the outward. You can't hide the fact that we treat her like an object type deal. Because she has some value attached to her. And this is why these people coming with all these quote unquote new tests to say, oh no, she do have dementia. Oh no, if she has so much said dementia, then why can't she go to family? And this is why it's important for family. Let me say this to family. This is why it is very important that family work together. You know, I look at like the Wayans brothers, you know, or the Jacksons and stuff like that, and everybody got their issues. But one thing about them families, bro, even when LaToya Jackson was going all crazy, them people stick together. I get it. Sometimes when you get a person in your family who do well, everybody want to leech off them. Everybody want to take from them. I think that what happens is it can backfire and hurt you and your family for the worse. And I'm saying that to say her son was being a child because he was young and was swiping her credit cards like 90 going west. Now the bank is over there saying we can't even release her to her son because he's using abuse. He's abusing her financially. And that falls under elderly abuse. So now it looks as if she doesn't even have a safe space to go and she has to be under this conservatorship when that's just not the truth. They know it. That's just the reason and the excuse that they're using. They know that that's not the case. They know that. But I'm saying that to say to family, we got to be very careful. The enemy watches us and uses us against each other, even when we're not trying to be the enemy to each other. They thrive off of divide. It doesn't work unless we divide. None of this works unless we divide. And it starts in the family. It starts at home. If you're not close to your family members at home, you're probably not going to be close to a lot of people in the streets. It's all about the divide. But I'm saying all that to say we got to be more careful with that. But anyway, I think that is messed up that they're keeping her. And I'm pretty sure she's going to appeal. Now, I saw her attorney had came out. Let me go get that. Her attorney had came out and he filed something. Let me go grab him. The attorney, is this it? Let me see. Y'all take a look at this. I pulled up like 3 different articles. So here it says, here we go again. Wendy Williams attorney Joe Tacopina says the recent leaked medical reports of Williams' diagnosis are false and were concocted to keep Wendy trapped under her restricted excessive guardianship. So this is what's happening. The attorney is saying that whatever results to whatever test that the guardianship is using to say she needs to be kept under the guardianship are not true. They're actually leaked fake tests. They're AI and Photoshop. He says he went on to claim that the leaking of this alleged diagnosis is a clear violation of Wendy's rights. The critics' questions are these. Where are these actual medical reports supporting this leak? And who is the doctor willing to go under oath and face cross-examination by me so the truth can be exposed? Her attorney said in a statement to TMZ. If you recall, it's been determined that Wendy will not be let out of her guardianship following the alleged re-diagnosis. Her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, asked a judge if she could retain guardianship until at least November 5th. According to TMZ, Morrissey declined to comment on the alleged fake medical information being leaked. What are your thoughts on this? So now they're saying that that information that was used to say that she has dementia is not real. It's not true. And Wendy's attorney is saying he's willing to go to court and put whatever doctor on the stand who's going around saying that Wendy got dementia. Now, this is what we know. Everybody has a price. Y'all be thinking these trusted service people are all great. And some of them are, not all of them. I'm not trying to put a bad name on all these people. But let me tell y'all something. Everybody got a price. Okay? So it wouldn't surprise me if somebody done slid somebody a little something under the table. Hurry up, write this woo, 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 woo with the letterhead on it so we can bring this down to the courthouse. Now, Wendy's attorneys are saying, cool, have that doctor or whoever come on the stand and show us where he found Wendy to be incompetent and have dementia, because it's probably either not real or it's probably a fake doctor or a doctor that did it for somebody on the low. Listen, everything has a price and everybody has a price. Don't you ever forget that. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget your way home, girl. Yes. But anyway, so that's what we got so far on Wendy. Hold on. I think, let me see. Yeah, that's the same one. So yeah, that's so far where we at. I think, let me make sure I don't have another article on her before we press, because these other topics we're going to press on will not be on the Dollhouse. Those topics will be on Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. So please make sure y'all pull up. Like the video on the Dollhouse, please. And like the video at wherever you at. Like the video, please and thank you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Okay, I already talked about that. So, all right, that's all we got on that. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a commercial break to get y'all together, because we got to get into Dr. Umar and we got to get into Trump with this martial law and all this other stuff. And Tyla. We got to get into Tyla. Tyla will not be on the Dollhouse. So, make sure y'all like the video. Let me give y'all a quick commercial break right quick. Let me give y'all a very quick commercial break because I need to do some adjustments right quick. And I will be right back. Let me find out what I'm going to see. Let me see. All right, I'm coming right back.
Gotcha. Do your hand like this. Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, niggas the black, the nigga black, niggas the black, the nigga I'm black, niggas the black, the nigga black, the nigga black, the nigga I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown. You got to shake, they want the black, cause I'm black, nigga the black, the black, I can never be white, the white. Shake if your leg, wiggle lift your leg, bounce lift your leg, hustle lift your leg, if your leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your leg in your brown, let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, man. Make that booty go round and round. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Make that booty go round and round, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton Brown.
And sorry, I'm back. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to the Dollhouse. I will be coming back probably later on today if I could. And we will be discussing some Rockhead news over at the Dollhouse. Make sure y'all pull over, and pop out at the Dollhouse. We'll discuss some other pop culture stuff at the Dollhouse. But for now, I bid you guys adieu, because we gonna get into some other stuff over here that I don't like to mix on the other channel. So with that being said, if you are on the Dollhouse, I am about to end this live for you. I still will be live at Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. We will be discussing more serious topics. We're gonna be discussing Dr. Umar losing his school and allegedly doing witchcraft on FBA. And we're also gonna be discussing Trump with his martial law in these cities, and Tyla and her album flop. So I'm going over there right now. Like I said, shout out to the Dollhouse. Y'all make sure y'all pull up if you want, if you're interested. But we will be live later on to discuss some other stuff. We're gonna joke some other stuff bad over there. So I'm gonna end it over there at the Dollhouse. Everybody at Voodoo Doll TV Reacts, y'all stay. I'm gonna remove the Dollhouse. Let me remove it. And we should be good after that. Hold on. All right, we should be good. We should be good. We should be good. So if I know the number's gonna kind of influx because people gonna be going from that channel to this channel. So shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all. Yeah, we got the channel back, Danielle. Yeah, we got the channel back. We got the channel back. Shout out, shout out. Now let's get back into what we over here talking about, honey. So, okay. So let's start with who we want to start with. We want to do Tyla, Umar. Let's do Trump first. Let's do Trump. Let's get Trump out the way. So remember I told y'all yesterday, my daddy was telling me about, you know what, y'all want to see if no, I ain't got time today. Not today. I might call him tomorrow. Y'all, we got to get my daddy back on the line. Y'all know my daddy be spitting. My daddy be spitting. We got to get him back on the ones and twos. You get it? But anyways, where was I going? Oh, Trump. So, okay, I told you guys about these smart cities, and my dad was telling me that he was seeing the same thing take place, and he had been noticing it since for a while. He said, especially after Katrina, he noticed the influx, not even the influx, basically the direction they were moving most of the black people in the city. And what he knows, you got to keep in mind, my dad is 73 years old, no, 72. My dad is 72, okay? And my daddy know New Orleans before the New Orleans that we can even think of. So he understood that New Orleans East was an island. And he said, basically, they're going to push all them black people on that island and keep them there. They're going to lock them there. They're going to keep them there. And basically, and I said, oh, like a 15-minute city, right? And he was just like, yeah, I think so. He was like, whatever it is, they're going to be stuck on that island in the East. And I'm just like, wow. He was like, yeah, and they won't be able to leave unless granted permission. So we spoke about the 15-minute cities, and I told y'all yesterday, I said, bro, they got this happening all over America. This isn't just in New Orleans. This is happening in all major black cities all over America, where there's an urban culture. There's a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving of the people into one small area, okay? Now, and Sergeant King said, what island? When he said the island, because I asked him that too. When he talked about the East, he basically said it's surrounded by water. You can't get to Slidell unless you cross a bridge. If you don't cross a bridge, you're not getting over there. And you can't get in the city if they block it off that way. So that's why he said it would become an island. So technically it's like a peninsula. If you really, maybe. It's kind of like a peninsula, really. But anyway, so what I was saying was, I was talking about how this is happening all over Black America. This isn't just in New Orleans. What's happening here is happening everywhere, and it's strategically done. This isn't something that people are just, waking up doing. This is strategically done. Now, Trump and his administration has been cracking down on crime. I don't believe that. Do you believe Trump really give a damn about niggas killing niggas? No, girl. None of them never do. None of them. This has nothing to do with any of those things. All of these moves have ulterior motives. And I need you guys to understand this. Now, some of the cities that he was talking about, as far as with these urban areas with this bad crime, I want to say it was Baltimore. I'm gonna go get them. But they were trying to, you're starting to hear a lot of talk about breaking down or cutting the back on crime and being hard on crime. Y'all remember we were hearing a lot about this in the 90s, remember? With crack and dare and just say no to drugs, and we're gonna be tough on criminals, and criminals really just meant Negroes. That's what that meant when they be saying that. But either way, we were talking about, we've had that discussion, and it comes up more often than not during certain times. Now, mind you, today we are living in the last of the last of the last times. Welcome to the party. You're late. Yeah. See, we at the end. Now, it's crazy because I remember back in the day, my mama used to say, we in the last days. My grandma, we in the last days. I'm like, girl, we've been in the last days for 100 years. Nah, they not lying. We are definitely in the last days, okay? You're at the end of the cusp of this thing, right? So all things are happening. We start to see a lot of truth come out about stuff. Alien sightings all over the place. All types of crazy things are taking place. And it's happening because the enemy is scrambling. They're trying to figure out what's the next move. Their time is up. They know it. You don't know it because there's a lot you don't know. So what they're doing, what you're going to see is a lot of panic and a lot of stuff that's happening out of the norm and out of the ordinary. You're going to be like, where is this coming from? It's because these people are panicking, trying to figure out what to do next. First of all, they know their fate is imminent. The enemy knows that their fate is imminent. There's nothing that they can do about it. But it was almost like the mindset. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of you ever seen somebody get kicked out of a party and they might turn the table over before they leave? Like, fuck it, if I gotta go, I'm gonna tear up the whole party. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay? So yes, black people will be affected. I don't know why black people thought that they would be not affected under any of these administrations. I told my black Americans who were running from the Democratic plantation that running to the right one, or the Republican plantation was not a safe haven. I told you that. I did not want Kamala to win, and I'm glad she did not win. However, both are still plantations, okay? Do not go from one master to another. What you guys need to be doing is searching within. The master is within you. Okay? That's all I want to say about that. But anyway, let's get into Trump and this crime in DC. Then we're going to get to him talking about it in other cities.
Will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be...
Pause. That ain't that. I want to talk about this too. But not now. I want to show you the cities he was naming first. Hold on. Let me show you the cities he was naming first. We're going to come right back to that because that's the 15-minute city, the smart city. That's what they like to call it. That's the smart city they was talking about. That's what she explaining. But hold on. Let me see. I think there was like DC, Baltimore. It was a few cities they had named. I don't want to get to lying to y'all. Hold on. It was a few cities he had named where they were talking about all the cities that need to be under surveillance or under under the National Guard watch because of the crime. But either way, I'm gonna find it. Damn, is it here? No, that's talking about tariffs. Hold on. It's crime, not race. Oakland mayor is saying racism is here's the reality. All right, hold on, Trump, and let me see. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Because I had it. Damn it. I hate when I be losing my stuff. Was it here? And it's a lot too. Oh Lord, I think my thing's frozen. I think the screen is frozen, y'all. It's gonna come back on. Can you guys see me? Can y'all hear me? You can see me? All right, hold on. I'm gonna leave out the studio and come back because the camera's not working now. I don't know what happened. Let me leave out the studio and come right back. I'm gonna give y'all a commercial break while I leave out the studio and come back. I don't know what in the world just happened, but whatever it was, I don't know. I'm coming right back.
Let's go, Miss Peggy.
Y'all make it.
Let's go, Peggy. Miss Peggy bother. Peggy bother. Peggy bother. Make that ass drop. Make that ass rock. Ooh. Make that ass drop. Make that ass rock. Ooh. Do it for a whopper. Make it wobble for a whopper. Wobble for a whopper. Make it wobble for a whopper. Ooh, Peggy Sue. Ooh, Peggy. Ooh, Peggy. Ooh, Peggy. Ooh. Peggy about to say she about to work it like a black girl. Make that ass jump. Make it rock like a black girl. Rock. You fine, Peggy. You fine, Peggy. Ooh, you fine, Peggy. Ooh, bow-legged
Bow-legged Peggy and a booty kinda heavy. Bend it on over, girl, toot it like a levy. Bow-legged Peggy, booty kinda heavy. Bend that ass over, toot it like a levy. Lift that ass, lift that ass, lift that ass. Ooh, Peggy about to work, she about to rock, she about to move, she about to make it. Oh, this Peggy.
My bad. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I think the computer froze and it knocked me out. My bad. But we're back. So let me share my screen and we're going to show you Trump talking about these not smart cities, but talking about the quote unquote crime. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
And worse.
Hold on.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that.
Pause. Didn't I tell y'all yesterday that when they activate the National Guard, that they take leadership? Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all yesterday that the police in that situation works under, or for lack of a better term, for the National Guard? The National Guard will take reign, meaning they run the city now. Your local police, once they activate the guard, you just a helpmate. Once they activate the guard, your police, you just extra help. We need the bodies. Let that sink in. Trump just told you. I'm going to let Trump tell you again. He said we activated the National Guard and the police going to fall under federal control. Look, I don't be lying to y'all. I don't know why y'all be thinking I be lying.
And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that.
They gonna, meaning you don't work for your boss no more. You work for me, nigga. Oh yeah, that I'm telling you. For lack of better terms, if I had to give you this in layman terms, like front porch, we just on the porch talking, bitch, you work for me now. I don't care who you answer to. I don't care who you talked to earlier. I didn't care who you reported to earlier. You work for me now. I'm trying to translate. Okay? You work for me now. All right?
Very good people, but they're tough. And they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. I'm announcing a historic action.
Now, as a president, he can activate the Guard in other places, but under certain circumstances. But in D.C., he has all reign. D.C. belongs to the president. It's the District of Columbia. That's his. He could do what he wants. It belongs to him. But any other states that fall on this, that's directly your governor saying, okay, cool, sign us up. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Any other state, that I don't care what city gets activated, any other state who you see National Guard, that means your governor was like, cool, bring them out. So if Atlanta gets the National Guard, Sean Kemp or John Kemp, whatever his name is, he said, sign them up. If New Orleans get the National Guard, I don't know who the governor is now, they signed it up. They have to sign off on it. I keep telling y'all, they got you focused on the president because you don't understand who holds the power. See, you believe that he has all this power. Now, granted, he has power, but not like that. I told you where your focus should be. Local politics, your governors, your mayors, city council. You know, city council acts as Congress in your state, right? You know how, oh, Congress won't pass this law. Congress won't pass that law. Same thing with city council. These are the people y'all need to be talking to. Because if you ever looked at the movie Civil War, the one that recently came out on Prime Video a couple of years ago, the whole purpose of the Civil War is the state said F you to the president and went to war with him. That's what that's all about. Does that make sense? So if the National Guard is activated in any city across America, that means your governor said, sure, sign us up. Now, again, I'm not saying that he doesn't have the reach to do it at all, because under certain warlike situations, he can take over the guard too, under certain warlike situations. But what I'm telling you is, if your state, if your governor tells Trump to F off, then National Guard won't show up in your city. But if the National Guard in your city is because your governor said cool, because he is the commander-in-chief of the National Guard, not the president. Hello? Your governor is your commander-in-chief over your National Guard. Your National Guard is your little small state military. That's all it is. Just how America have a big military, National Guard got a little bitty one. That's all it is. Just like America got the president, National Guard got a governor. Same shit, different toilet, just flush it. You get it? I'm just trying to explain to y'all how it go. Okay? Now, Trump is activated National Guard in D.C., but D.C. belongs to him, so he can do that. Now, some other states and governors are going to be like, I like that idea. I want to do it too. So just beware of that. Now, they were saying some other states. I want to say they were saying Baltimore, D.C., it was Chicago. No, I don't think it was Chicago. Let me hold on. Let me check on because I was looking at all this stuff and pulling it up last night. Hold on. I was pulling it up last night. And listen, the people are not taking too kindly to this. Look at some of these protests and some of the stuff that's been going on since the guard been out there. Turn that craziness off. So here we are with the posturing, the presence. This is all posturing. This is all fear. This is all to let you know we not effing around. Now, I'm not saying that they are effing around or they not, because I'm pretty positive you don't want to go up against the National Guard. But this parade into town, this is all the posturing to let you guys know that, yeah, we here. There's a new sheriff in town. That's what this is all about. And the people are saying that they've been approached by police, approached by feds, approached by National Guardsmen, all types of stuff down here at DC. Let me see. Now this looks like a traffic stop. Ooh. Them boys got the police, the sheriff, and the guard. Damn, the lady looked like she just passed the red light. Good God. But the person says, why they got a camera crew? It might be cops.
It's my life.
Black people, black people, black people. Let me tell you something. You carry your black ass out there, hollering, get off our streets. They're gonna put a hot one in your black ass. Do you hear me? Listen, I get it. Tensions are high. You feel what I'm saying? You carry your black ass out there, hollering, get off our streets. They gonna put hot ones up your ass. We are already fighting our own wars. Let the clears deal with the clears. We are not getting involved in clear on clear crime. We will be spectators of it. We will laugh about it. We will joke about it, but we will not take place in clear on clear activities, okay? Gone are the days where we lend our energy to clear on clear activity. So I hear it, I get it. Frustration, tensions are high, but Negroes, carry your black ass inside, because they're not going to shoot them, but they definitely going to shoot your ass. And these are federal troops. Yeah, you can't sue them. All that, oh, we suing the government. Oh, we suing the National Guard. They shot my cousin 3 times. And ain't no I'm suing the National Guard. So I'm just telling you now, all the black Americans who like going running down there and then want to go back and protest, this ain't the police, baby. This ain't the police. You can't go file a complaint. That don't go like that. I'm just giving you the warnings. You can't go file a complaint and say, I need to talk to internal revenue or internal affairs to see who could go in. They investigate themselves, my love. So carry your black ass out there if you want to. But I say you don't. We got bigger fish to fry. We already in the war our damn selves. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Let's get into it. And can I add to that a lot of times the origin of these protests, they be paid agitators. Do you know that these are actors? At the very beginning of most protests, unless you physically have heard somebody mouth to mouth tell you that they're doing from the grassroots of protests, most of the origins of protests since the beginning of time have been paid agitators. They out there acting to get you mad so you can come out there and do the real work. Do you understand that? Do you know protesting was one of the worst things we picked up? What you mean getting outside with picket fences talking about we shall overcome and save our youth? Are you okay? That has never helped us. Action helps us. And we're going to get into that here in just a second. But I'm saying all that to say all this picket fences. No, baby, no. That shit, gone are the days. We're not doing that shit no more. All that protesting. Now we about to start hitting them where it hurt. Off the cuff. Do not allow these paid agitators to get you out there to get your ass arrested, because they know who the paid agitators are. They know who the paid agitators are. You get your ass out there thinking you're going to help out with the cause. They're going to put a hot one up your ass. And I'm telling you now, I'm not going to get on no internet, on no YouTube or nothing talking about, oh, Lord, justice for Kenny. Hell no. Kenny should have stayed his black ass at home. And ain't nobody going to make me feel bad about it. Gone are the days of us exuding energy to stuff that don't serve us. Let the clears deal with the clears, okay? Moving on. No. We're not moving on. I was showing y'all this video where they were describing how everything was about to go. Check it out.
Be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced.
Hold on, we got to start this over. We hold on, because I want to start this from the beginning, because it is happening. I told y'all we're here. Welcome to the party. You're late. Everything that you were scared of, we already here. Okay.
So homeless.
You can sit up here and get the crying and freaking out, or you could do something about it. Okay. We're here. I told y'all it's gonna affect the poor more than anybody. They're gonna be affected first, and they're gonna be affected the most. Unfortunately. Let's get into what my girl had to say. It says, Caroline Levitt says, homeless individuals in D.C. will be fined or sent to jail if they don't leave their encampments, go to shelters, or accept addiction and mental health services. Now, this is a way for them to, quote unquote, clean up the homelessness. But let me tell you something. That's where they're starting, because we don't care about the homeless. Listen to what she's saying, how they're going to treat the homeless, and take the homeless out of it and insert you, because that's coming. See, they start with the homeless because nobody cares about the homeless. Not even the poor care about the homeless. So what they're going to do is start with a group of people that nobody cares about, and that's the homeless. Listen to what she's saying about what she's going to do with the homeless, and then I'm telling you, you better be inserting yourself, because we up next. Let's listen to it.
Individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services. And if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced, which is part of the reason for this federalizing of the National Guard, to bring in this assistance for law enforcement. While we are targeting criminals and trying to remove criminals off of the streets, we also want to make DC safe and beautiful, and that involves.
One more thing too. Well, two things. Somebody say, how can you find a homeless person? Do you guys not know that homeless people get money too? Do y'all know that a lot of homeless people are homeless because they want to be? Y'all forget these people get checks too, right? They got money. Trust and believe. All homeless people ain't broke. They just outside. If you talk to them, you realize some of them want to be where they at. They don't want to be by their mama house because she gonna make them do something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they got money, so they can find them. Don't worry about that. But she, the lady, when she started, what the hell did this lady just say? It's a law that's already been on the books. It's something that they've been doing, and it's something she just said.
Removing mentally disturbed individuals in homeless encampments as well. So homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services. And if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced, which is part of the reason for this federalizing of the National Guard, to bring in this assistance for law enforcement while we are targeting criminals. And
that's the part. Bring in the National Guard for assistance to clean up the city from the criminals. I'm going to give you the definition of criminals. Black people, black women, see your sons that was out there committing all them crimes, running around with guns the size of baby legs, with switches and all that stuff. They are going to execute him on the spot. Hey, hello, all you black women out here who have these sons and daughters who are unruly. Mind you, it ain't your fault all the way, but there's a lot of black women in America with a lot of unruly sons that's been running around this world doing whatever they've been wanting to do under the last 4 years. And that was done on purpose. They're going to execute them. I'm telling you now. They're going to execute them. And they're going to say that they're violent criminals. Criminal means black. That's what that means. That's what that means. And those unruly kids that we couldn't get a hold of, they about to exterminate them. I'm going to give you the God's honest truth. I'm going to give you the hard truth. all of the parents with these unruly kids that's been running them up in these cities that you can't do nothing with, God forbid you have to face something like this, because I don't wish that type of stuff on nobody. But I'm going to tell you now, if that were to happen to one of those parents, ma'am, I'm sorry that it happened, but we can't exert the energy to it. And let me tell you why. We as a community have been trying to get people to get their kids in. We have been trying to take care of this thing about the kids in the community ourselves for how long? How many people have come out and spoke about how the kids are robbing people, carjacking people? The kids are just doing whatever it is they want to do. And we live under a society where you can't tell me nothing about my child. See, we don't realize we began to love our children to death. We don't even love them to life. We love them so much that we love them right on to their grave. So now nobody can't tell you nothing about your child. Cool. Your child don't understand the severity of the National Guard being activated in his town. So now your child is going to approach these people like they approach the regular police. And that unruly child, I'm telling you now, he gonna get exterminated. Or she. I'm giving you the ungodly truth. And like I say, these are the National Guard. This is not the police. You can't file a complaint on them. You can't go to the news and say, we want justice from the National Guard. That's the military. That don't go like that. So I'm just getting you prepared. I'm just getting you prepared. Okay? There's no recourse for this. This is a different level of law enforcement here. This is a different level of law enforcement here. This ain't your local sheriff. This ain't your local police. All right. Now, God bless the black soldiers in the National Guard. Lord have mercy. Could you understand the conflict or the confliction you would be in for them to tell you that you need to be activated to go put a gun on your own people? Ooh. And listen, this is the rock and hard place you be between. That's my people. But I am literal property of the United States military, nigga. I have to do what these people tell me to do. Nigga, I have to. No. I can't opt out of this. I took an oath. I have to. See what I'm saying? God bless all the black people in the National Guard, bro. But like I say, Muhammad Ali said it best. Black man ain't got no place in the white man military. He ain't lying. Let's move on. Now let's get into Tyla. Tyla. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Have you guys heard about Tyla and her new album? Shout out to Tyla. Let's get into it, girl. We ain't about to cakewalk this. Let's get into it. So Tyla had an album out. I didn't even know it. Let's start here. I want to start with this. Let's get her on here. Tyla, get on here. All right. Let's start. Where do we start? So Tyla is a South African artist who was introduced to America through TikTok. Now, according to what I'm hearing, Tyla was doing okay in South Africa. Now, did I say South America? South Africa. Tyla was doing okay. She was actually, from what I'm hearing, she was doing a little big one or whatever. But she wanted to break into the mainstream artistry, which is American music, which is Black America. And let me say this before we get into this. You guys don't know your power. Black America, to me, walks around like a bunch of children with talents they don't even know they have. On a day-to-day basis, us as Black Americans do some extraordinary, phenomenal things. We don't even be trying to do them on purpose. We have been specifically gifted a gift that most other people don't have. And we have these gifts and we have these things and we don't even realize how powerful they are. For instance, all we had to do was just close our pocketbook to Tyla and she sashayed away. Do you understand the amount of power something like that yields? I don't know another group on this planet, especially when it comes to something international, who has that direct impact on what goes and what don't go in their culture. I have never seen another group. I'm not saying this never happened before. I'm saying I've never seen another group of people have this much power to where they can just, by the stroke of a zipper on the pocketbook, make you disappear. That's what happened to Tyla. But before we get into Tyla, I want to spend some time on you, on us, because we have to understand who we are. Once we understand who we are, we understand our gifts, our power, and we move and use them accordingly. We as a community have always had the power. Always. It has been we have been under an illusion that the other people have it, but we have always had the power. It's mind work. It's witchcraft is what it is. It's spell work. Make a person think it, and it is so. If you think you a slave, you're gonna be a slave. If you think you ain't got no power, you ain't gonna have no power. It made me think of I was listening to some music on the way home, and I was listening to, y'all know I love old school music, and I was listening to Make Me a Believer by Luther Vandross. And the very first words, the very first bars, I had to rewind it 3 times. That shit sent chills up my spine. The words to the verse go like this. It says, Superman can fly high, way in the sky, only because we believe that he can. Now, let me say that one more time. So we all know Superman. The verse says, Superman can fly high, way in the sky, because we believe he can. That's the only reason why. There's no other reason why Superman can fly high in the sky. Only because we believe he can. So then he follows that part with, so what we choose to believe can always work out fine. It's all in your mind. Now pause. Because if you understand what I'm saying, then you understand why that is so important. If we believe that we don't have power, then guess what? We don't have no power. But if at any given time we realize who we are and what power we have, then we control everything. Just like with the Africans. It took somebody who looked like us. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it took a group of people who looked like us to kind of spark that wake up in us. Because we had to see it on a face that's familiar for us to realize what's been happening, not only for hundreds of years, but what's been happening all this time, and we had no clue. There have been groups of people that have been playing on our top and treating us like as if we need them more than they need us, when it's been the complete opposite this whole time. Every single thing comes through Black America. Everything. If we don't sign off on it, it don't go. We don't believe that though, because we are told the orange juice people have all the control and you're nothing but a worker and or slave. So then you never tap into that power that you so have. And when you do tap in by mistake on like Tyla, when you do tap in, it should be an awakening like, oh shit, we really can do these things. So I'm saying all this to say, don't just take this as, oh, we showed you Tyla. That's one aspect of it. If you can do this to Tyla, imagine who else you could do this to. If you can take one stroke of a pen or one stroke of a zipper and completely dismiss someone who was on top of the world, Grammy winning, Grammy award nominated, Grammy win. If you can take the most popular person online and make them disappear like fucking Houdini, then who are you? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. Who are you to make you be able to disappear a whole bitch? A whole international superstar bitch. Who are these people? That's the $1 million question. Identity is the first key to freedom. Identity is the first key to freedom. One more time for Dr. Umar. Identity is the first key to freedom. Now let's get into Tyla. So Tyla came out with a song and an attitude. Now, she came out with a little song that went viral on TikTok, and Tyla very quickly became we saw her true colors. And let me tell you why. It's all cultural, right? You have to understand. We have different subset cultural things going on. Tyla culturally is African. We are American. We don't mesh. We don't do anything alike. We're not the same. Now, we find a lot of people who like to tap into the American market tend to Americanize themselves. That's why Tyla looks the way that she looks, dressed the way that she dressed, have the songs that she have, and all the things that she do, because she has to conform to us to come into our market, okay? Now, Tyla, not only being African, she's South African. And amongst their own culture in South Africa, amongst not even Zulu, let's just go with South African culture. There are a group of people called colored people. That would be the Tylas. If you want to know what that means, all it means is mixed people. Octoroons, quadroons, mulatto, same shit. It's all it. That's the same thing as a colored, okay? It's clear people mixed in with the Africans, and they start mixing in with each other. A bunch of beige on beige procreating. Does that make sense? A bunch of beige on beige. Ain't no American nowhere in Tyla. It's African and clear. And then they make beige people, and all the beige people make more beige people. It's crazy. So that's the company or the culture that Tyla comes from. In that culture, Tyla, as far as status, is up here. Whereas someone who share a skin tone like me would be down here. And we know this to be a fact because it's been the same way here in America. Typically, people with lighter skin are put up higher on pedestals than people with darker skin. People with lighter skin get more sympathy. People with darker skin get more sympathy. So Tyla is coming from that cultural aspect within itself. So when she comes to America, on top of her feeling like my skin tone gives me a status, now she's feeling like I'm South African. I'm the original. I am the origin, Mother Africa. I'm better than these African Americans. So now she also has her nose in the air at the quote unquote Black Americans because I am the origin. See, y'all came from the continent. This is how she's thinking. Y'all came from the continent. I'm from there. Mind you, for lack of better term, she's a mutt. But still, I am of the soil. So because I'm of the soil and you from there but don't know how to connect back, I'm better than you. And it's not just Tyla. A lot of them come over here with that attitude. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. So now when Tyla gets to America, her song goes viral. She's getting Grammys that are bought and paid for. Everybody's running around Tyla. Now her true colors start to show because she's already had this pompous attitude in South Africa. Now she really landed on thick in America because yes, you're buying my album, but you're supposed to. I'm the queen. You get it? She's not thinking that We have autonomy over who and what we allow in and out of the culture. If we say yay, you good. But if we say nay, bitch, you is up out of here. She never took that into effect. And do you know why she never took that into effect? Because for at least 100 years, we have bowed down and given everything and anything we can to everybody. We even fight each other to give away our shit. We will go to war with each other to allow people or give people the right to abuse us. So in their minds, what's the new attitude? Why are y'all having this change of heart? Y'all ain't been doing this before. It's like a spoiled child. So when I'm looking at these people get on the internet and gaslight us and say stupid shit like, oh, Black Americans, you guys are xenophobic. You guys are just xenophobic because we should stick together. Nigga, we all should be together. They don't want to be together with us. They don't even live amongst us. They don't party amongst us. They don't eat amongst us. They don't even be around us. They don't want to be together with us. That was never the plan. The plan was to come here and suck you dry like every other group has done in the world. And this don't exclude the Arab, the Asian, the Hispanic. This don't exclude none of them. So in their minds, and in the mind like somebody like Tyla, bitch, how the peasants hold my trophy. I can't hold it. You must think you Beyonce, bitch, and you're not. We barely even rocking with Beyonce right now. She on her way out the door. So how dare you? And let me tell you another thing that they did wrong. You want to know another thing that they did wrong? They tried to make her into stars that we already had. Because listen to me. This crazy in love, A. Marie, Beyonce, whatever this bit is, don't say nothing about Africa. Not the clothes, not the hair, not the backdrop, not even the beats, not the words, not none of it. Britney, Aaliyah, I don't know what it's like they threw up the 90s and 2000s and said, put it on Tyla. This is another reason you failed. We revere our greats. We don't replace them. You get it? Our greats go on top of the Mount Rushmore and we leave them there and we revere them for centuries and centuries to come. We don't replace our greats. See, that's what y'all might do over there in South Africa. But over here, once you become a great, you don't become ungreat. Even if you do some horrible stuff, once you become great, you cannot become ungreat. You go on the Mount Rushmore and you stay there. As a matter of fact, something like this is more offensive to that great on that Mount Rushmore. How dare you? And you can't even sing. Can we talk? You can't even sing. The only reason you made it thus far is because you cute. And you light-skinned it. But other than that, girl, we was never checking for you. Now, you done went on these award shows. You asked Halle Bailey to hold your award like as if she was the help. Then they said you was asking other people to hold this and do that. You did the colored, they did the interview with the Breakfast Club, and they was asking about the word colored, and you wouldn't even answer. So the people packed you up and got you up out of here, as they should. Now, let me say this to Black people. This was done by mistake, and let me tell you why. We didn't plan to get her up out the paint. Really, her fans is what really was just like, all right, bet, fuck her then. It was her fans. It was them South Africans on this TikTok and on this Twitter and this Instagram, running their dick suckers, acting like we ain't that, looking like us, talking like us, acting like us. There was a girl on TikTok a few nights ago crashing out because Black Americans wouldn't buy a Tyla album. Mind you, she just said, we don't even listen to Tyla in South Africa. That's how far the audacity goes. There was a girl on TikTok a few nights ago crashing out. saying that we should buy Tyla's album, even though South Africans don't buy a Tyla album. That's the audacity. But she flopped, and she should. But let me say this to Black people. Stop fighting for people to identify as you, because that's what this was all about. I was livid when I saw why y'all was mad at Tyla. If somebody come from another country and tell you they not Black, that's because they're not. Now that we understand that we have our own identity, can we please stop pushing our identity onto others? Let them come with their identity and let them have and keep that identity. The worst thing we did was try to co-create and cohabitate and become one. If a bitch come over here and say she yellow, guess what we gonna call her? Yellow. I don't need nobody from America with a unhealed trauma going over there saying, but you should say you're Black because we're Black in America and you look Black. Shut up. No more. If they come up, whatever they say they is, that's what we gonna call them. But it was a good deed done on mistake, because I'm saying all that to say, stop getting mad with these folks telling you who they not. That's a great thing. Everybody can't be us. It's a great thing that she can't be us. And she ain't us. That's why she packed up out the paint. Now they say, allegedly, they say the girl sold 3,000 copies in the first week. Allegedly. Now, I don't even know how to read this. What is, oh, units. Okay, here we go. Tyla's album flopped 3.7K units. It said, but when you start doing the math, you realize they were waiting for a confirmation bias moment. Unfortunately, Tyla is here to stay. I don't know what this means. Well, all right, let's get into the first week projections. So it says Normani had 13 tracks. She's set to do 12,000 units. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if this is set to be or what it was, but it looks like what it was. And Tyla's at the bottom with 3.7K units. Now, I don't know if this is a projection, so if it is, I'm wrong. So please correct me down there, or if this is what it is. But what people are saying is they're projecting her not to do so well if it is a projection, or they're saying she didn't do well. Either way, this is the thing. We're not checking for Tyla. We barely liked her music anyway. She just went viral. And to all her South African supporters who came on here and told us, F us, don't buy the music, don't buy the music, I'm of confusion as to why everybody's surprised. Because see, it was the Africans who really is the reason, by one of the biggest reasons. Now, she's the reason, but it's them who one of the bigger reasons why she's where she's at. I saw this video. Check this out. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
Hello, I can tell you exactly why Tyla's not selling in the US. Obviously, one of those issues is this horrendous Breakfast Club interview. She should have fired her whole PR team after this one. The other big loud issue in the room is her nasty ass fan base. The whole time we're talking about Tyla, you need to remember that this is an artist who begged her parents to allow her to take a year off from school, getting her engineering degree so that she could pursue her music career. In order to take the career to the highest of heights, you need to succeed in the US market. Tyla pops up on the scene in the US market. She's being referred to as a colored woman. Content creator Simone points out that here in the US, being colored has some dark history to it, and it's like not a compliment. However, Tyla is a proud colored woman. I'm going to spare you the history lesson about
Oh, hold on. My girl buffering. I don't know why she buffering. Let me back out. Hold on. Oh, snap. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. Because she cooking. I want to get her back on. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. All right. All right, let's try this again. But we ain't gonna start it from the beginning. We'll start it kind of.
I'll tell you exactly why Tyla's not selling in the US. Obviously, one of those issues is this horrendous Breakfast Club interview. She should have fired her whole PR team after this one. The other big loud issue in the room is her nasty ass fan base. The whole time we're talking about Tyla, you need to remember that this is an artist who begged her parents to allow her to take a year off from school, getting her engineering degree so that she could pursue her music career. In order to take the career to the highest of heights, you need to succeed in the US market. Tyla pops up on the scene in the US market. She's being referred to as a colored woman. Content creator Simone points out that here in the US, being colored has some dark history to it, and it's like not a compliment. However, Tyla is a proud colored woman. I'm going to spare you the history lesson about
Why you keep doing it? Oh God. Anyways, but what the girl's gonna go on to say, if it doesn't, I'm gonna let it see if it'll run, if it'll load up. But what she's gonna go on to say was basically her fan base. It was a lot of people that jumped out the window that was on Tyla's side, saying, like, you know, it was that whole diaspora war thing on the internet, and they started talking out the side of their neck. Oh, we don't need you. Don't buy her albums then because we good. Blah 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 blah. Of course. Now when it really pop off, now everybody got a problem. What is this? Girl, what is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say she's basically she was talking about how basically Tyla set herself up and her fan base. But it wasn't just the fan base. I believe it was both. I think it was a combination of both. I think it was Tyla and her nasty attitude. It gave very stuck up, very elitist, very y'all are ill. And we was like, girl, bye. Like, we barely even like you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, with the whole diaspora stuff going on and her fan base, listen, let me say this. All them South Africans, all Africans, period, with that elitist attitude, with that attitude as if you can come over to America and talk to us crazy and do crazy things and say anything, y'all gonna learn real fast. This is not other parts of Africa. And this is no shade to Africa. Shout out to Africa. No shade to Africa. We just culturally are different. We don't play like that with y'all. Our parents, we were taught that you guys were allies, but the way a lot of these Africans have been moving in America has been very, very suspect, very, very oppy. And we don't like that. We don't like that at all. And you know what? Shout out to that happening. That had to happen to get us where we at. So we can see what's really going on. But ultimately, it's a lot of them come over here and get the smell in their drawers and they get them running them dick suckers. And listen, I employ them all to do it because I'm ready to get everybody up out the paint. Everybody. I employ them all to do it. Yes. Come on out. Tell us all the people we shouldn't support. Tell us we don't need FBA. Tell us FBA ain't crap. Tell us everything behind your favorite celebrity. Bring them, line them up. Behind your favorite African, whatever, line it up. Tell it, keep on. Y'all gonna continue to write checks that your ass can't cash. Now, Tyla, let this be a lesson to you and all the other silent Africans. Y'all better speak up because they making y'all look real bad. Listen, let me tell you something. One thing about a culture of people who can only go by what they see is you got to give us reverence for that. Listen, all we know as far as Africa are the representations that y'all be sending over here. And I'm telling you now, it's not looking good. The representation of a lot of the Africans that have come over here in the recent years have not been looking good on Africa. I need more people in Africa to step up and say, we ain't like that. That's them niggas. I need more people around the diaspora to say, that's them niggas. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Because see, what they like to do is put the whole continent on their back when they talking that cash money shit. So when they get to talking crazy, they like to put the continent on their back and say, we got 54 countries riding with us. But I never hear nobody else from the other 54 countries saying, that's them niggas. That ain't got nothing to do with us. So what I'm saying is, perception is everything. We not in Africa. We don't know what y'all got going on. Y'all see more of us than we will ever see of you. From the internet, as a matter of fact. Y'all will see way more of us than we will ever see of you. So my thing is, until some other people from Africa, from the continent, even living in America, gonna jump up and say, bruh, that's them niggas, we condemning them niggas, we don't rock with them niggas, then what are we left to believe? What we left with? So we supposed to just say only them the bad ones and the other ones ain't because they not saying nothing? Now, I'm not saying that y'all are bad. I don't believe that all Africans are bad. I don't believe all of anybody. I don't believe all clear people are bad. I believe they got really nice clear people. Shout out to the nice clears. But what I'm saying is it's very quiet on that end. See, it don't matter until it start hitting home. You get it? Trump already don't rock with y'all. If we give Trump the okay, I'm just saying. Like, Trump just looking for a reason. If Black Americans got on code and be like, you know what? Fuck them. He can make it real hard for a lot of people in America. That's all I'm saying. And it's not because he would be doing us a favor. It's not because Trump care about us. It's just he need a reason already. I'm just saying. So as it pertains to the Tyla girl, let me say this. She got what she deserved. It was well overdue. Not only Tyla, it's a lot of these people. Kai Cenat is another one. But see, Kai Cenat is in more of a protected group as far as who his fan base is. Tyla has children. Children don't understand life the way that we do. So even when Tyla do some of the most egregious stuff, sometimes they may not see it as that bad. So unfortunately, Kai and all these other people, they have some markets that's hard to reach. But again, it wouldn't be that hard to reach if we started in the home and started talking to our children and educating our own kids so they'll know this type of stuff when they see it. Meaning not relying on the school to teach them history, but tell them ourselves. Look, you might not know this, but at one point in time, they was hanging niggas in the 60s and the 70s. Well, you ain't know that? Yeah, let me show you on Twitter. Look. Yeah. Oh, you might not know this, but back in the 80s, look what they was doing. Because, see, you don't know it right now, because right now everybody cool. Because, see, I do this with my child all the time. Oh, yeah, you going to learn something. Oh, yeah, I don't give a damn if you don't want to hear it. It's going to come back to you. I do this with my child all the time. Oh, baby, yeah, girl, you ain't know. Yeah, because, see, they don't know. They're not being taught the stuff that we was taught. Or they don't know the stuff that we went through. They don't know. So, you know, we got to start talking to our kids. We have to start talking to our kids. We have to do that. Now, let's get to Umar crazy ass. Tyla packed up. I hope to never see her again. And let this also be a lesson before we move on to Africa. To Africa, the next one you send, which I don't even know if we even going to accept it because we don't even like Afrobeats no more. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. In my BB King voice. Now, the last one y'all had that we liked. What's the last one we liked that y'all? Bambi fall on you. Banana fall on you. That nigga. Whatever that little smush head nigga name is. We liked it that one. That one bopped in the club. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. We liked it that one. But we over it now. We don't like Afrobeats no more. And trying to cosplay one in American culture ain't gonna work. So I'm just saying. So I don't know what the next move gonna be, but I hope y'all are taking notes because I know y'all hear us. Y'all gonna sit up there and act like, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. I don't want to hear none of that ugly ass shit. Y'all know why we here. So what I'm saying is, hopefully y'all taking notes and learn that there's a respect level that will be had when it comes to us and the diaspora. Okay. Yes, delineation is necessary now, today, yesterday, tomorrow, and forever. Speaking of today, tomorrow, and forever, let's get Umar crazy ass on here. Girl, what's going on with Umar? So Umar, let me say this. Dr. Umar has been exposed, and I'm trying to figure out why anybody is surprised. So, all right. Umar recently came out. Let me get him on here. Before we get to Umar, let me read a couple of super chats. Hold on. Because I got a few, and I forgot to read them yesterday. Shout out to everybody who sent me a super chat yesterday. I am so sorry. I forgot to read them, but I had to get off right when I got off. So I am so sorry if I missed your super chat yesterday. More flavor. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, Vu, you are truly a hidden gem out here on YouTube. Thank you. You offer so much insight, especially involving us Blacks. By the way, let me know if you will ever do promos on YouTube. I would love for you to promote my seasonings and sauces. Oh, you got seasonings and sauces? All right, sis, send me an email. I haven't started doing promo yet, but you can send me an email. All my real business come through. I like to get it through Voodoo Doll Podcast instead of the Dollhouse. But nah, send me an email for whenever I start. I'll definitely look into it. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. The Patrice Project, thank you for the super chat, says, I'm late, but we are getting the other channel back. You deserve that money you lost. Your voice is needed. Love you and Saint down. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got the other channel back, y'all. The Dollhouse is back. And thank you so much, Patrice Project. Thank you so much. They took a lot of money from me, man. Man, look. The money they took from me making a lot of niggas throw up. Let's move on. Southern Louisiana Cooking with K says, Boo, bring your pops on Educational Friday tomorrow and Topcast as well. Please, you haven't answered because I've been begging for pops to pull up. Oh, yeah, I might call him tomorrow. I'm going to call him tomorrow and see what he's doing and see if he could either come on Educational Friday or the Joce. I'm going to call him this evening and tell him y'all looking for him. Because he told me the other day, you got to get me back on there. I said, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to have you come back on there. I'm going to get him on here. I got you, Boo. Thank you. Camille, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, off of yesterday live and the FB aliens, if I come across a 6'4" dark-skinned FB alien, I'm gonna tell him, please deport me. Yeah, I need deported. Hell yeah. Listen, the way them aliens looked at on that AI, is it cheating if the nigga from outer space? This is just a question. And this is a genuine question because I really want to know this. This is a genuine question. If you was in a relationship and you found out your nigga cheated, but it was with a space bitch, is that really cheating? Because I'm trying to see what the rules is. They saying, yeah, that's cheating. Damn. What? But technically, but they say, yeah, it's cheating. Damn. We're gonna come back. We're gonna table that and come back to that. I think we need to discuss that a little bit more. I think that need a little bit more discussion. Miss Keaty, thank you for being a member for 12 months. Says they're out here in DC in full force gathering up them homeless people like Ice Raid, and they not playing with these YNs. Well, hell, why they send them to Chicago? But nah, yeah, I heard. I seen all the DC stuff. It's a mess. It's a mess. Thank you so much. Dr. Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, Vu, missed your lives, relocated from LA to teach at an HBCU in Virginia. Shout out. Big ups, Dr. T. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. And shout out to you. Thank you for your services in educating our people. Yo, yes. Thank you so much. Black Diamond, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Vu, they can't keep a good woman down and can't. Even if they put their knee on me. You get it? Can't keep me down. Girl, what did I just do? Stage one person. Bring me back. Girl, I don't know what I just hit. You know, StreamYard done updated, girl. I don't know what's going on. Rosalind, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Miss Keaty, thank you for a super chat. Says, us black folks minding our own damn business here in DC, as you should. Shout out to DC. Black people in DC, black people in all these places. Mind our business. We letting them folks deal with what they got to deal with. All forever. Savannah Dog, thank you for the super chat. Says, same thing with Ice Spice. Same thing with Ice Spice. I can't remember what I was saying, but thank you so much for the super chat. Says, beautiful, how do you say this? Beautiful as darkness. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Says, I saw online where she didn't want Usher to touch her. Shake my head. Oh, you talking about Tyla. Yeah. She thinks, I don't know who she thinks she is. I don't know who Tyla thought she was, but she know who we are. Now she know who we are. Okay. LaShonda, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, say that, boo. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, beautiful. Bree, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Dollhouse. And Black Light, thank you for the super chat. Says, I'm not a doctor. I just wanted to hear you say baby. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what you wanted, baby. I got you, baby. Say less. All right, let's get into Dr. Umar, y'all. Please, I hope you guys have liked the video. Please like the video. All right. Let's get into Dr. Umar and his situation. So Dr. Umar has been, first of all, let me start with this. I told y'all before, they're all falling one by one. All of these charlatans, all of these people who were sent here to deceive us, to deceive you, are being taken down one by one. This ain't just started. It's just that we're just starting to notice it, okay? All of these people who were sent here to deceive you are being taken down one by one. A lot of these people you believe in, and you're going to think that these people are under attack. You're also going to think that these people are not what they say these people are. I'm telling you now, whatever they say your fave did, they did that shit. And let me tell you why. All of them are going to fall. This is inevitable. You can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. The industry can't do nothing about it. Nobody running this realm can do anything about what is happening to us in the earth or on the earth today, right now. All of these false prophets, all of these charlatans, all of these people who are sent to purposely deceive you are being taken down. If you choose to attach yourself to these people and remain attached, you will go down with your fave. Now, let's get into Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, as I call him, the Prince of Pancoochie, he has been finessing the communities for about 10, 15 years, okay? And let me tell you why. Let me get him on here. Umar, is you on here? So Ifan Tunde has been scamming the black community for ages, okay? At least 10 to 15 years. I was squinting my eyes when the nigga came out the conscious community, okay? Now, I seen he had some beefs back then in the day. He had beefs with Seti. He had beef with Tariq Nasheed. He had beef with Dane Calloway. The nigga was beefing with everybody. But if I'm being honest and being fair, everybody in the conscious community beef with each other. So technically, it's kind of par for the course. But there was always something about Umar that didn't quite sit right with me. I always thought he was super charismatic. I always thought that he seemed very, very intelligent. But there was something I couldn't quite put my finger on. Now, it wasn't until he started talking about the school stuff that I started squinting my eyes. Because when I met Dr. Umar, he had already been building a school for about 5 years. But Umar, he had just got the building for the school and he had been collecting the money for 5 years. And I'm over here saying, damn, he must be getting pennies to be waiting 5 years to buy a school if he getting donations and all that stuff. I'm like, he must be literally getting pennies. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. So then another 5 years passed, and I'm noticing throughout the time, it's, we got to put the walls up, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, I need somebody to come out and help paint at the FDMG Academy, brothers and sisters. And then it was, brothers and sisters, I need somebody who do HVAC. And brothers and sisters, I need somebody who do plastering. And brothers and sisters. And between every few brothers and sisters, he'd always give an opening date. Now, in these opening dates, I'm always saying, well, ain't nobody asked about the curriculum? So y'all just gonna drop the churn off, huh? Has he ever even talked about who he hired on as teachers, counselors, security? What about extracurricular activities with the kids? How does that look? Like, nobody, or not say nobody, most people never looked into any of the particulars. You know why? Because Dr. Umar Ifan Tunde was basically using his gift to mask the bullshit. Now, I've been calling him the Prince of Pancoochie because I caught on to the grift on the women real fast. And this is how I caught on. Mind you, around this time, my nephew's just going through his mental health issues, right? And I'm listening to Umar because when it comes down to psychology and stuff like that, one thing I will give him, he know that shit. Now, I don't know if he got no degrees or nothing. I don't know if the nigga really qualified with anything. But when it come down to child psychology, when that nigga be talking, that nigga know what he be talking about, okay? He don't be lying about that. I can't vouch for nothing else. But the child psychology, that nigga be on point. And I started noticing, yeah, the nigga a grifter and he a hustler for the school. But when it come down to the psychology stuff, I need to tap in. You see what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Yeah, I'm not listening to this FDMG school shit, but I'm damn sure gonna hear him out on this psychology stuff. And I take that approach with a lot of people, online and celebrity. I do. If you have something of value for me, I am going to listen. I'm not going to turn my ears off because I don't like you. That's the most ignorant shit anybody can do. However, even though I knew he was doing good by the children as far as what he was saying about child psychology, I never seen him do anything. He always talked about how he was a school principal. Where? What school? He was a school psychologist. Where? What school? I studied child. Where? Like nobody. Where? No, but this is why he was so successful. He had what we call the gift of gab. When you have a gift of gab, you can speak so fast and so well, it makes people too confused to even think about what you're saying. And that's what Dr. Umar has. Now, people who are that gifted in that gift of gab, they typically are lacking somewhere real bad, meaning they'd be very, very efficient there and very deficient somewhere that really counts. For instance, it'll be like Dr. Umar is a great orator, but that nigga got a kneecap that didn't grow in right. You know what I'm saying? This is just nature. Whenever you are so great at something, you tend to lack somewhere else. Now, he did an interview, well, the girlfriend or the lady who he was seeing did an interview, and she told me she didn't tell me, but she said he had a nice size little Petey bird, but she said he ain't got no rhythm for no motion in the ocean, and I said, sound about right. But anyways, back to Umar in this school. Umar been collecting money for 15 years for this school, and every time you turn around, he talking about the school gonna open, and the school never opened. Every time you turn around, somebody vandalized the school. Every time you turn around, it was another excuse. And to the Breakfast Club and Charlotte McGay, who's around here taking up for Umar, please know that these people are all in on the joke. Everybody's in on it except you. Umar goes to the Breakfast Club and use that platform to preach and promote Pan-Africanism to you so that you won't be knowing about who you are and your identity now. Now, that's all the reasons why he's been on in the past. But also, he's inside the club now. See, we're on the outside. Everybody's selling us the product. He's inside the club, and they all are in my opinion, they all in cahoots together. In my opinion. Okay? So when Umar is going to the Breakfast Club, having these huge platforms, you know why. Now, 15 years passed, no school. Anybody who donated to Umar in the last 5 years, and you've known about him opening this school prior to 10 years before that, and you sent him money, then guess what? You got to eat that. Sometimes we can't be too naive, because people like Dr. Umar prey on those sorts of people. Now, Dr. Umar have been called the Prince of Pancoochie by me because I've been able to see through him from the very beginning. I saw that he was using child psychology to get in the good graces of the mothers. And let me tell you why. Even when he was talking about the school one time, I remember him talking about he want to do a speed dating event. Nigga, what you mean you trying to do a speed dating event at a school? We trying to get the school open for the kids. He always spoke very well about the kids, but you never seen him do nothing with the kids, and you never seen nothing come into fruition. But I always noticed he always give out that phone number online. Hit the Cash App, FDMG, and 555-222, bop. He always giving out that number. Any sister that come on, here, sister, give me your, take my number, sister. Give me a call anytime, 555, blah. And I'm sitting here saying, this nigga collecting bitches. Now, mind you, I grew up with two brothers. I got a brother a year older than me, and I have a brother a year younger than me. And I got another brother about 5 or 6 years younger than that. Not only that, I hang with nothing but niggas. So I'm sitting here peeping game because not only that, I was raised by a father who showed me how real men work and how they act. And I'm saying, this nigga picking up women. And that's how he got the name from me, the Prince of Pan Coochie. And I even went on to say that he collects coochie like infinity stones. He travels the diaspora to collect coochie. That's what he does. That's why I started calling him the Prince of Pan Coochie, because it was right then and there. It clicked. This nigga using the child psychology and school shit to get between the drawers of these women. I picked up on that years ago. Years ago. I was like, oh, I see that nigga. I see what he doing. Just like Derrick Jackson. But anyway, everybody don't have that type of discernment. But this is what Dr. Umar knows. He has tapped into a fan base that is unfuckwittable. That is black women. Not only black women who are single mothers and who are probably of a lower income level. He's taking advantage of the disadvantaged is what he's doing. He don't have no intent on helping your kids. He ain't never had no intent on helping you. Umar's intent is to have, in my opinion, it seemed to me, and you can see it. I know y'all laugh at the jokes with him talking about butter pecan and chocolate covered suntan and all these. I know it's cute and it's funny, but to me, that shows me what his true intentions have always been. Women. He a womanizer. He ain't no different from the womanizing pastor. Same shit, different toilet. Flush it. Okay? And I peeped that about Umar, and I caught on to it, and I said, man, this nigga is basically using this stuff to get to these women. Now, this is the worst part about it. The worst part about it is, who suffers from this? The children. You know why the children suffer? Because they don't even get the help that they really need. And let me say this to the parents, to the mothers. You ain't shit. And the reason I'm going to tell you that is because there's no way you reached out to a man to help your child, and in the midst of getting plunged, you forgot that your child still needed the help. See, a lot of these women be smashing up on Umar, and he coming in on the pretense of helping their child, and ain't none of them children getting no help, because these hoes ain't worried about nothing but their own hoes. So to the women who laid up with the nigga, you ain't shit neither. And don't tell me, oh, I was manipulated. Oh, I thought he was gone. No, bitch. The moment he got between your legs and didn't do for your child, you knew what the fuck was going on. I'm not buying that mental health bullshit they be putting on the internet. I don't rock like that. The moment you reached out to this nigga to help your child, and that nigga didn't help your child, and you bust open your legs, you already knew what time of day it was. You stayed because you wanted that dick. That's that. Don't come back talking about, but he manipulated me. No, girl, you wanted that dick and you got it, and you said, fuck that child. Stop me when I start lying. Stop me when I start lying. You probably had intentions on reaching out for the child, but once that nigga did a cool little wink on your ass, you said, fuck the child too. And you smashed him. I ain't judging. I'm just saying. Let's call a thing a thing. But these are the women that he play on. Women who are probably having traumatic situations that they trying to recover from. Some of them don't even know they're recovering or need to recover from traumatic situations. Women who need the help. These are the women that he go after. Now, he came on and told us that the bank froze his accounts originally. And then he said that they should know something by Friday or Saturday. But then he turned around and said, give him some money. Well, Umar has then come back and said that the bank was still holding on to his money. He don't know what's going on. And now recently he's come out to tell us that, girl, the people done took the money and the bank account and he broke. And not only that, they taken to school. Now I saw on the man, Lennox, I forget his name. I forgot the brother's name on YouTube, but he had been saying that they was about to take to school. Now I hadn't clicked on the videos, but I be seeing his videos a lot of times going through my feed, and he had been saying that them people about to come get that school. Now Umar has been playing on your intelligence and your emotions. Lennon Honor, that's his name, Lennon Honor. Thank you so much. That's the guy, the other YouTuber, Lennon Honor. He's on YouTube. He's been doing this Umar thing for a long time. He got all the stuff. Lennon Honor, that's his name. But anyway, Umar has been playing on the people and their emotions. And this is what he does. He's been doing this since the beginning of time. He's never had an intention on doing anything. This has all been about Umar. It's all been about what Umar can get. Okay. Now I want to show you, before we get into this article, I want to show you a video where Umar comes out and tells us that not only did they take the school at this point in time, not only did they take the bank account, they're about to take the school. Now, Umar wants us to believe that he had no clue that these people was about to take his school, that he was blindsided. This is according to Umar. He was blindsided. They never sent him no notifications or none of that. And they taking his school for unpaid monies. I think it's like $70-something thousand or something like that. And now he need more money. He's desperate. He has been taken down by the Most High. You are seeing him in his rarest, most vulnerable form because he is done. The dragon has been slain. I probably should read that article before. Let's get into this article. It says, hold on. Dr. Umar Johnson's FDMG school reportedly has 99 problems. And this is according to, I think this is All Access Media or something like that. Allhiphop.com, I'm sorry. It says Dr. Umar Johnson's FDMG Academy is reportedly facing seizure over $76,000 in unpaid bills, which critics accusing him of mismanagement and dodging accountability. Can I also say that Dr. Umar has been collecting for over 10 years? So $70,000 to somebody who's been collecting money for over 10 years, that should be a drop in the bucket. It says Dr. Umar Johnson might be about to face his biggest test yet, and it's not a meme, snow bunny, or lecture in sight. Word on the street is the FDMG School Academy, they do not even have a website anymore, is tangled up in some serious trouble. The city of Wilmington reportedly ready to snatch the keys if $76,000 is in unpaid water bills, penalties, and fees aren't paid up. There are reportedly 2 court judgments, writs of motions, and the sheriff's office sitting on standby. So hold on. These people is saying that there are reportedly 2 court judgments and writs of motions that are already filed. There's no way in hell Dr. Umar had no clue about this. See, per law, they gotta contact him. There's no way he didn't know that he owed them people this money. I know he gonna get on here and tell you that, but that's not true. There's no way possible Umar had no clue that all of this was being filed in the courts. It's impossible. Now, anybody who knows anything about life, you don't even have to be into business. Anybody who's a grown-ass woman or a grown-ass man know that nigga lying saying he didn't know nothing about nothing. Okay? Now, where was I? It goes on to say, this bad boy is allegedly going to auctions. It says it kind of sucks, but let me pose a question at the end of this writing. What happened to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Black Boys? I'll tell you. Let me tell you something. I knew it was a scam when he named it after Marcus Garvey. I knew it was a scam when he named it after Marcus Garvey. Y'all know how I feel about meatball. It says there are reportedly $1.6 million in donations that hasn't gone unnoticed by higher forces. So, it said them folks said that he done collected $1.6 million. Then there's 2 buildings that can't seem to open over like a decade. He says 6 years. Now even fans are saying his MO is collect the money, shift the blame, and keep the faithful followers giving again. White supremacy isn't the only enemy this time. There are schools for young Black boys and girls, but they're just doing the work and not talking online. Umar's mouth may have boxed him in. He has years and years of rhetoric, blasting folks and more. He's basically alienated potential big money donors. This is more about fundraising than anything else. Remember, he didn't want any government assistance. It says people looking for a savior have found something else, and nobody likes this. Some folks think that some folks think that his frozen accounts claims is just his way of getting out of this mess. What if Dr. Umar came clean and admitted he was over his head? Would you forgive him? Accountability goes a long way. And with sheep, it says wolves, not so much. We'll see. Now, listen, let me say this. This part right here, when it says that he collected $1.6 million and he don't have $76,000 to pay these people, what does that tell you? Because the school ain't even open. Every time you turn around, he talking about, I'm filing for my petition for occupancy or whatever the hell that is. Nigga, how is we gonna open and you don't even have an occupancy doggone certificate? And as far as donations, I saw Lord Jamar tried to help him way back in the gap and was like, my stepdaddy, he knows some people, they opened the school. He ain't want nobody help. You know why? Because he ain't want nobody in his books and in his business. That's why he didn't want no help from nobody. Now, Dr. Umar runs an LLC that is a non-profit. That means it's a non-profit organization. That means the person who owns it ain't supposed to make no money off of it. That's why it's called a non-profit organization. Now, smart people, or some may call them criminals, understand that there are ways around that. But for the most part, when you own an LLC that is a non-profit LLC, you have to have a board. Meaning there has to be other people that are going to hold you accountable to make sure that you keep your integrity intact for this money and said business. Now, Dr. Umar has this LLC for a nonprofit, but he ain't got no board, or at least I ain't seen one. No secretary, nobody to get on here and tell us, the meeting minutes. He don't have no banker or nobody. It's just Umar in the books. So he done collected, that the people have noticed, $1.6 million in donations, and he couldn't pay unpaid bills. Let's get into what Umar got to say as far as excuses. And let me tell you this. He has been able to use our emotions against us for the longest, but the veil has been lifted and the spell or the curse has been gone. We can see through him now. The glasses are off. The blinders are off. In the past, what he about to say would have worked. It don't work today because the Most High, the ancestors in the universe are doing their part. Now, this is the point, or this is the part where we do ours. Pack him up and get him the fuck up out of here. That nigga done took money from poor black people for 10 plus years. Get him up out of here and never to return, okay? But watch how he try to play on your emotions to get you on his side. Watch how the nigga looks so much different now that the veil is lifted. Watch how the things that he say don't hit the same now that the veil is lifted. Check him out.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this.
Cap.
We were not notified of this.
Cap.
This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail.
You do know when they do anything court like that, the actual sheriff has to come out and serve that paperwork. So for instance, like say you getting sued by anybody, but since it's the city, let's go with the city. They go get the actual sheriff, the kind with the badge and the hat and the brown. They go get him and he gets certified documentation. And even if he don't see you at home, he leaves said certified documentation on your door, because by law, they have to notify you. By law, even when they practice eminent domain, because see, he's going to lose. He's going to try to use that angle. Oh, they just going to take my property. That ain't this and this ain't that. Even with eminent domain, they got to hit you up and say, hey, we come and get your property. They can't just jump out the window one day and take it. Even with eminent domain, they got to call you and say, we come and get your shit. So pay attention when you listen to this nigga, because he's telling lie after lie. And again, I don't have to know his personal situation. All I have to know is how America works. And all I have to be is a grown-ass woman who done been through life. And I know he lying like a dog, okay? So peep him out.
This past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, telling me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Now pause. Don't put Black August in this. This ain't got nothing. Black August, keep Black August out your mouth, you nappy head dog. Keep Black August out your mouth. This ain't got nothing to do with Black August. Let me say this. So now he's saying that he have until the 25th. Today is the 14th. So this was done yesterday, the 13th. The 13th? Oh, you ain't just found out you got 2 weeks to come up with that money. See, again, Umar thinks that we crazy. See, back in the past, we wouldn't use our logic and reason. And we just listen to Umar because we like, oh, we like him. He's for the people. He's a Pan-Africanist, blah, 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 blah. But now that the veil has been lifted, the witchcraft is off. We see you, nigga. Do you not know we can see you? You lying through your teeth, my nigga. So you got 2 weeks to come up with, he gonna tell you 20-something thousand. But the people down at the court say 76,000. But you got 2 weeks to come up with this money. And you want us to believe that nobody told you nothing? All right, Umar. All right, Umar.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus?
Now you about to go to
Brothers and sisters.
Peep it. Now, listen, he understands psychology and I do too. This is what he's doing. I'm going to give you the backstory. This is what he's doing because he understands psychology. Y'all to him are like a sea of people. Y'all are like a sea of objects. He needs you on his side. So what he needs to do is do whatever it takes to get that sea of people on his side. And it's typically studying your pathology. What makes people empathize with other people? Race. Play the race card. It's a high tempo racial time right now. We got black people going against the whites. We got black Americans against everybody else. This is the perfect time to implement race. Let me tell you what else he implemented. History. He's trying to use what we know that happened to our ancestors in history and say that that's what's happening to him now. That's not true. Now, subconsciously, if you understand history, subconsciously, when he says it, I'm just telling you how it goes behind the scenes. Subconsciously, if he says they just came out the blue and took my school, you're going to automatically associate it with the way that the white man has been taking property from us for ages. And you're going to say, oh my God, this is horrible. And you're going to go behind him with 100% support. I'm sorry, because he played on your emotions and he pulled on your heartstrings. This is what he's about to attempt to do now. In the past, he's been very successful, extremely successful. But again, like I said, the veil has been lifted. The magic don't work no more. Peep him out. Watch him go to the race.
Why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence?
Look.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs. They were going to sell our schools behind our backs.
He's setting you up to believe that this is a city versus a black man trying to start his own business type of deal. And that ain't this. He's going from the angle. He's coming from the angle of, I'm a black man in America trying to start a business. They always do black people bad like this. And look at what they're doing to me. See, is this a coincidence, or do you think this is like they do everybody else? This is what he's doing, playing on your emotions.
They didn't even tell us, me, that if we don't pay, that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers.
So now he's talking about the people, because they do notify you before they take your shit. Put eviction notices, not eviction notices, put vacating or notices to vacate on his schools, because that's how the government works. When they come in and take your stuff, they have to tell you. So what he's saying is they put one on the elementary school and one on the high school. He's saying that somebody stole the one off one of the schools and brought it to us struggle streamers, and that's how we found out. I don't know if that's true or not, but either way, the notices were out. You just contradicted yourself. You just said they didn't give y'all no notice. Yet you telling me somebody stole the notice off the door. But now he about to flip it and say, oh yeah, they stole the notice. And if they had stole both of them, we never still would know. This man is crazy. Watch.
But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. That they were going to try to sell our school.
Girl. This is the thing. Hold on. I think there's more. Hold on one second. I think there's more. Because he started talking crazy. That nigga started talking about how, first of all, he's supposed to be in New Orleans for the Katrina reunion. Why? And why is he going to New Orleans? Hey, black people in New Orleans is different. I was about to say we need to start, but never mind. Black people different. Let's move on. Let me get to this other video of him, because I have another video where he's going into a little bit more detail. Hold on. Oh shit. I'm gonna just look for it over here. Hold on one second, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video because I want to play the rest of this video. Dr. Umar. All right. Let's get into the rest of this audio / video, whatever the hell this is he got. Ooh, we're going to come back to that too. Hold on one second. Is this the other pieces of it? Hold on. All right, I'm going to share it over here so y'all can see.
Instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, no problem, we could have got a payment plan. But instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, instead of responding to me the first week of April, they ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend. They ignore us for 4 months and put a sign on our door this past weekend saying we're going to sell these schools if you don't pay our money. We're not going to email you. We're not going to send you a letter in the mail. We're not going to call you. we're gonna put a letter on your door that somebody can take and run off with, as somebody did. They took the letter off the high school and sent it to YouTube, the struggle streamers. What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? What if they took the letter off the elementary school? Brothers,
has anybody wondered that him repeating this stuff 3 times? You know how Umar always repeat everything 3 times? Because we about to get into this witchcraft that he be around there doing, allegedly. But has any of y'all ever thought that maybe he's practicing the witchcraft on you when he repeats shit 3 times in a row? Any of y'all ever thought about that? That every time he go viral and we click on that video and that nigga say shit 3 times in a row, anybody ever thought he was activating a spell? Y'all never thought about. I did. Well, especially now that I know he be dibbling dabbling, I'm over here like, what?
brothers and sisters, we need your donation so we can pay this bill. They say we owe $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe $20,000 on the high school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the elementary school. They say we owe approximately $20,000 on the high school. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. Our accounts are frozen. We need y'all to help us pay this bill. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. We're going to fight like hell to get our accounts freed up. But if we don't, y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. Y'all got to help us pay this bill and save our school. You don't have to root for me, brother. I don't need you. I got more than enough supporters. But I want everybody to know that there might be a protest soon. We need you to come in from Africa, from Europe, from Australia, from Canada, to come in from all the 50 states and show the city of Wilmington, Delaware. You will.
I wish you niggas would. I wish you niggas would get together and go stand behind King Kong dummy talking about a protest down to them people bank. They gonna shoot rubber bullets up your ass and I'm gonna be laughing. I swear to God. Any nigga go around there behind Jermaine, aka Umar, crazy ass, talking about some diaspora protests down by them people banks and all that stuff. They gonna activate the National Guard on y'all crazy ass. Don't y'all go around there playing with no Umar. Let Umar go protest by his damn self. Don't you carry your crazy ass down there playing with Umar, girl. Now, I know Umar talking crazy, but I'm saying, y'all gonna let Umar get y'all messed up. Umar gonna run when they get the shooting. Girl, please.
Will not disrespect black people. You will not sabotage black people. You will not discriminate against black people. And you will not try to steal property from black people.
Shut up, nigga. Where are the people from the diaspora? Why didn't he help him get his school back? Because see, black Americans, we the ones took our hands off of him, right? Remember, he's the prince of Pan-Africanism, meaning it's supposed to be other black people in the diaspora who supposed to be like, you know what, Umar? F the FBAs. If they don't want to help you, we got you, bro. Where everybody else from the diaspora? Where is everybody? See, we packing them up, but we don't even know we doing it. We don't even realize that we packing these enemies up. We don't even realize that we doing it. We walking around with these gifts blind. Don't even know that we doing it. We packing these enemies up. This is my thing with Umar. Where's everybody else to help you? You on here, first of all, you was cussing us out, calling some of us pretendians, telling us we ain't indigenous to no America, tell us we all came from Africa. I feel like Africa should be the shoulder you lean on to cry. Why are you on an American TikTok talking to us? You should be calling out everybody in Africa, everybody in Europe, all the blacks from the diaspora and say, F the FBAs. We need you. I need y'all. Let's stand together and show the FBAs we don't need them. That's what y'all supposed to be doing. Pan-Africanism is an illusion. It's always been an illusion. It ain't never been real. It's about as real as Santa Claus. That's why he ain't got nobody to talk to and nowhere else to turn but our ass. Because we the only ones been keeping that nigga afloat. Pan-Africanism and Pan-Africans, that whole idea dies the moment we collectively walk away from it. And it's already dying. That shit about as real as the Tooth Fairy. Let the Most High take down these giants.
This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde, standing strong. Leo season. We will not quit. We will not act plan.
Is he a Leo? Because that would make sense. You know why? Because they be having some lying ass Leos, bro. Leos be lying their ass off. Shout out to the Leos, but I got to say this part. Get me up here. Is he a Leo? Because if he a Leo, it explains everything. Listen, Leos lie their ass off. I call them lying ass Leos. Everybody know me, know that I know that the Leos be lying. Shout out to the Leos. Love y'all down to the ground. But Leos be lying down, girl. Is he a Leo? Girl, when Dr. Umar birthday is? I'm trying to see something. Wait a minute. When is Dr. Umar birthday?
Umar Johnson was born on August 21st, 1974.
What's Dr. Umar Johnson's zodiac sign? Now, y'all was about to get on here and drag me down to the ground when I said Leos be lying. Didn't I say I call them lying ass Leos? Shout out to the Leos. I love y'all. Y'all just be lying. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Y'all be lying. Like Pisces be crying. You know what I'm saying? But a lying ass Leo sound about right. It makes sense. I'm telling you, y'all might think I'm making this shit up. Leos be lying. Now think about it. Go through all your Rolodex of people you know and think about the Leos and think about them. And I'm telling you, they be lying. That explains a lot. I'm just saying. That explains a lot, bro. That explains a lot. Shout out to the Leos, bro. Shout out to the Leos. That literally explains everything I need to know. Where was I going with this? Wait a minute. Let me see. Now, let me say this about Umar, because Umar think we slick. Umar think he slick. Umar has collected, according to the people, at least $1.6 million. There's no way Umar shouldn't have the fees or whatever it is he needs for that school. Period, point blank. Umar has been traveling all over America doing God knows what, and he has not wanted help from nobody. Lord Jamar has asked him to help. Other people have asked him to help. He don't want help from nobody. And he don't want help from nobody because he don't want nobody in his business. Because it's all been a scam. You've been ran amok, bamboozled. Girl, you've been lied to. Molly, you in danger, girl. You've been lied to. You've been lied to. Okay? I remember when Lord Jamar tried to help the fool. Look at him. Look at it. Y'all remember this when Lord Jamar, when he was on Lord Jamar's show? And it wasn't even the fact that he turned down the help. It was how he turned it down. He was so belligerent and so ignorant and so, well, matter of fact, and I don't need your help. Look at Umar.
You don't open up a school in a year or two. I don't know your brother's story, and I don't care to know it. I don't care to know it.
Why not, though? If it could be helpful to you, why wouldn't you care to know it if it could be helpful to you?
Brother, I have friends who own schools. Do you understand that? I have friends who own schools. So if I need to talk to someone who owns a school, I already got that. I got what I need. The only thing missing from my equation is enough funds to complete the task. That's it. That's it. The school is not open yet because I don't have enough funds to do it that way. I'm not going to no bank.
Maybe we maybe we need fundraising, different fundraising methods. Maybe the people that we go to.
We have that in place, but what I want you to understand, it takes time to build institutions. I ain't got no.
It's been so many podcasts this nigga done been on talking about ain't none of them open no school like me. I'm the only one open a school. Nigga, what school? You talking about that abandoned building? Now, Lord Jamar is trying to help the nigga out, and he's so resistant to it. It's almost like as if he's offended that Lord Jamar is even asking him, let me help you. or I know people who can help you. Like, make it make sense.
Problem with where we are. I'm loving where we at. We got our plans done by the engineer. We got our electrician chosen. I'm meeting with my HVAC this weekend. I got my plumber on standby. Roofer did his job. Carpenter lined up. We doing what we need to do on the time frame we doing it in. I don't need no help outside of the team I got, which is filled with experts from the East Coast to the West Coast, brother.
Dr. Umar going to jail. He going to do prison time. I don't know where that came over me from, but he going to jail. Listen, he has collected more than $1.6 million. I believe that nigga has collected that money, and I sure hope he been up on his taxes. That nigga going to jail. He has collected too many donations to not have that school up and running. Period. Point blank. The nigga going to jail. Watch.
Okay, brother. I mean, you know, these are definitely the answers that people want to know. They want to.
I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother.
Yeah, but in order for you to get donors, though, you're gonna have to satisfy these. Yes, brother. And how are you gonna get donors if you don't if I'm
disagree with you?
Listen. If I'm considering to be a donor, but I have certain questions that I want answered. I feel like that's legitimate.
Can I tell you why that's bullshit?
Why?
Go
ahead, please.
Respectfully. You've
Respectfully.
been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't donut by now, you ain't donating, and your question don't matter. You don't open up a school.
Well, first of all, that attitude, he won't be successful in anything. Let's start there first. You can't say I only talk to the donors. Then how do you get more donors, dummy? How you gonna get more donors if you only talk to the donors? It's small things like this we should have picked up on, you guys. How did we let Umar go this long? I know how we did. Witchcraft. Lord Jamar, well, not you, because you sold out too. But either way, Lord Jamar was trying to offer him a hand and help. But he didn't want it. But he didn't want it because he didn't want any. He's never had any intention on opening this school. This has been a scam from the very beginning that I believe he was allowed to do for this long. I believe Umar was allowed to go 10 plus years collecting all that money and running this scam in the name of Pan-Africanism. I believe that. I believe that just like Diddy, they done lifted the protection and now it's up and it's stuck. But you're not about to tell. No other black man walking this earth would have been able to take in donations on the internet, go viral for 10 plus years and not get caught up by the feds. I don't know one. So that leads me to believe that you were allowed to come on the internet for 10 plus years and collect all this money from these people under the guise of Pan-Africanism. That's my conspiracy theory. Because I know for a fact one thing about the money police. They don't play about their money. And they damn sure ain't about to play behind it with a nigga. Okay? But let's move into this witchcraft portion of this. Because this is different. Now, Umar always says things 3 times in a row. Y'all ever notice that? Peace and Pan-Africanism, my brothers and sisters. Peace and Pan-Africanism, my brothers and sisters. Peace and Pan-African. Have y'all ever thought that he could be activating spells or rituals or some sort of witchcraft? Because according to the lady that he was sleeping with, he does sacrifices and he practices witchcraft. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of this interview where she talks about this. And before we get into it, shout out to Tasha K, because Tasha K did the interview. And this kind of like it was mentioned, you know what I'm saying? But then she kind of like went over it and then kind of came back to it. But I'm over here saying that's key as to his success and what it's been for so long. See, you guys think witchcraft is either the TV shit. I don't know if y'all think this shit ain't real. I don't know if y'all think people don't really dibble and dabble in spirituality and spiritual work, but y'all got to wake the fuck up. That shit that they told y'all was fake is real. That's why you niggas been under spells for so long. Because y'all running around here thinking that niggas just making stuff up and everybody conspiracy theorists. Y'all really got that. Y'all let that conspiracy theory word make y'all go blind. So I'm finding out this nigga doing witchcraft allegedly. Practicing, what is it, Ifan? What is it? Some Nigerian. And remember, let me say this. This is a Nigerian Igbo, whatever the hell it is, type of practice. Nigeria is younger than my grandmother. How old is these spiritual practices y'all practicing? Now, I ain't done no research on this. Ifa, is that the name of it? Ifa, that's the name of it. But the point I'm making is, y'all in America, because Tasha gonna say, oh, it's practiced by African Americans or Black Americans. Tasha, I saw the interview, girl. I don't know nobody practice no Ifa. If they do, they ain't told me. Most of the niggas I know is Christians. Okay? Speaking of, if anybody know anything about spell work, I have a question. I have a question. Hit me up. If anybody know anything about spell work, I have a question. Not because I'm trying to do nothing on nobody. I feel like somebody tried to put something on me. But anyway, let's move on. So I'm saying all that to say, where was I going with this? Oh, he was going around here saying that he had been collecting these donations, and I feel like he was allowed to do that. And I think witchcraft and spell work was played a part into it. Now, this is supposed to be E5 from Africa, and this is supposed to be something that Black Americans do. They say Beyonce do it. Bitch, y'all go following behind Beyonce if y'all want. Go ahead on. Keep following behind these celebrities doing the shit that they do. You will fall and crumble with them. Now, according to Tasha K, this is something that Americans do, but this boy here is not Black American fully. From what I'm hearing, I want to say he's Cuban and Black American. I think one of his parents are Cuban, if I understood it correctly. One of them are Cuban and one of them are Black American. I think the dad is Black American and he wasn't raised with the daddy. I think he was raised with the mama who was Cuban. I think. But either way, it don't matter what he is. The point I'm making is he ain't even one of us. Yet he's the one over here talking to us about Pan-Africanism. And when you start to realize that most of the people talking to you about Pan-Africanism are people who ain't for us or from us. Same thing that happened with Meatball. Like I mentioned earlier, y'all asked me why I don't like Meatball. I don't like Meatball because Meatball did the same thing in the early 1900s. Yes, I'm not saying he did all bad things. He did some good things. Some of the messages were good. But the greater cause for Meatball was to get Black Americans off their land and into Liberia in some foreign land. And he was scamming people with the ships. Yes. Dr. Umar Ifatunde, he named the school after the right mother plucker, Meatball, because he was scamming people. He ain't even had a ship that could make it to Africa, let alone get over there and get people on it. He was scamming with the ships. So he did right by naming it after Meatball. Okay? So, let's get into, where was I? Sorry, y'all. Let's get into this interview. So this is where the girl mentions, this is fair use. Shout out to Tasha K. Tasha K did this interview. I'm only going to play 2 little parts. So make sure y'all go watch the interview over at Tasha K if you want. Now, this is the lady who he called Throat Goat. This is the lady who he doxed. Came out, gave us her real name, and said that she was a throat goat and she smelled like a fish tank. Now, immediately, I didn't believe that. I thought he was trying to disparage her because she's a woman, obviously. Mind you, this is the same man who said black queens forever, snow bunnies never, right? So anyway, she's giving her side of the story on what was going on. And let me ask y'all this question too, before I move on. Because I saw in Tasha chat, and I saw in a lot of other people chat, a lot of people be dragging this lady. And unless you're an Umar fan, why y'all be talking about this lady? Like, did the lady do something? Did she say something? Like, I noticed in everybody chat, everybody like, do like, the Medea things. And unless you a fan of Umar, I don't understand why the lady getting the hate. As a matter of fact, he doxed her. We wouldn't know her if he didn't tell us about her. But yet people are dragging her. I don't understand that. Anyway, let's get into her mentioning his witchcraft. She was talking about being at the house, and she's talking about how he has flies all over the house for when he practices witchcraft. Check it out.
All these degrees that Philadelphia still to this day cannot verify from not one school.
And he said, Tasha, I'm also around because from my job, I deal with the elite and I deal with highly intellectual men. This man is not, it ain't like Albert Einstein, he couldn't tie his shoes. This man is a damn dummy. Like, he got mad at me because I said, hey, you can't get a scouring pad to sand down, plaster on a wall. Why can't you? And then he's nasty on top of that. I said, because it's going to come apart. Just common sense would tell you that. How do you not know this shit?
What does he smell like? He seems like he always got on the same clothes.
He doesn't have a smell. He has like maybe he doesn't really have it. It's like blank. It's not like he doesn't smell like Savage or he's not he doesn't have a scent to him. It ain't like you could get his coat.
Now she said he don't have no scent, but this is the part that I was curious about because she said his house stink. She said the house stink and it smells stale and all that stuff. But how does he not have a scent, but the house stink? Because his clothes would smell like the house unless his clothes ain't at the house. But according to her, he don't have no smell. I don't know. I found that odd because normally people clothes typically smell like their house.
And be like, oh, Umar wore this. No.
That's weird.
He does look like he's musty.
What the house smell like?
Bad.
And he managed to not stank up in there.
The house smells. He's never at the house. I think he's in hotel rooms.
Yeah, because he's either going live from hotel or live outside of a brick like he was when he was dragging you.
Mind you, his mother is at the house. His mother, who needs caregiving, who needs a caregiver because she suffers from what I believe to be some sort of dementia. So now he's got his mama stuck at the house while he go to hotels. And she's saying that the house stink. Watch what she said when she said why it stink.
Yep. So the house had like the first thing that pissed me off was it had all these fly tapes everywhere because he does sacrifices. He doesn't dispose of things properly. He's just he's a
dead flies.
Pause. She said the house smell because he has fly tapes. Y'all know what fly tapes are? That's the tape you can buy from the store. It looked like regular like tape you could use, but flies supposed to get attracted to it and stick to it. She says he has fly tapes all around your house because he's sacrificing. He doesn't clean up after his sacrifice. So he's sacrificing something with blood. That means an animal. I don't know what else, but there's something that breeds that he does sacrifices for. Now, I'm going to replay it one more time because she's telling you why the house smells. Now, remind you, she says Umar be at the hotel. His mama be at the house. Okay? She's saying he's doing these sacrifices, but he's not cleaning up behind himself. Now, I don't know how it goes. Maybe after you sacrifice a goat, you got to wash the sheets or something. I don't know. But whatever it is he's sacrificing, he's not cleaning up well enough because it's leaving flies and it's causing a smell. Check this out. I hope it's an animal.
From not one school.
And he said, Tasha, I'm also around because from my job, I deal with the elite and I deal with highly intellectual men. This man is not, it ain't like Albert Einstein, he couldn't tie his shoes. This man is a damn dummy. Like, he got mad at me because I said, hey, you know, you can't get a scouring pad to sand down, you know, plaster on a wall. Why can't you? And then he's nasty on top of that. I said, because it's going to come apart. You know, just common sense would tell you that. How do you not know this shit?
What does he smell like? He seems like he always got on the same clothes.
He doesn't have a smell. He has like maybe people. He doesn't really have. It's like blank. It's not like he doesn't smell like Savage or something. You know, he's not a. He doesn't have a scent to him. It ain't like you could get his coat and be like, "Oh, Umar wore this." No,
that's weird.
He does look like he's musty.
What the house smell like?
Bad.
And he managed to not stink up in there.
The house smells. He's never at the house. I think he's in hotel rooms.
Yeah, because he's either going live from hotel or live outside of a brick like he was when he was dragging you.
Yeah. Yep. So the house had, like, the first thing that pissed me off was it had all these fly tapes everywhere because he does sacrifices. He doesn't dispose of things properly. He's just a crazy.
Just dead flies just sticking to the tapes.
I took him down.
So the mother, so
he got dead fly traps or fly tapes just hanging in the house. She said she took him down. So not only is it stinking because of whatever it is he sacrifices in there, she said he still got the fly tapes just hanging up and she had to take him down. That is ridiculous. Mind you, he don't live in that house, according to her. She's saying the mama there, he be at hotels. Somebody said that's why the house stinks because nobody taking care of mama. That is another part too. If they're not taking proper care of the mama, because she said that the mother had a smell and she needed to go see an OBGYN. She said she told that to Umar, but Umar wanted to hear none of it. Allegedly, this is what she's saying. I want to fast forward to her getting a little more into detail about this sacrifice.
It was improper disposal of sacrifices. And
www.tashaklive.com.
You said he was sacrificing something when you were talking about the fly traps. What was he sacrificing?
I'm just assuming because we both do EFA that was improper disposal of sacrifices. And then I've talked to...
Okay, I missed that part. She do EFA too. Where y'all picking this shit up from? She said she said we both do EFA. Oh, because I'm thinking, girl, he can't get no coochie off of me if he around here sacrificing stuff. Because, girl, the coochie done dried up and locked off. I'm not sleeping with no nigga doing no sacrifices. I'm sorry. You might try to do some blood sacrifice on me. But according to her, she said they both do them. There you go. Now that makes sense. Go ahead.
What do you mean proper disposal of sacrifices? What you mean?
Like the entrails or whatever, you know, of animals. Like if he had a goat or chickens, whatever, you know.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Entrails of animals, like a goat or a chicken. Now, she says she does it too. And this is not to judge her for her beliefs. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is, she's saying that she does the E5, he does it, but he doesn't clean up behind himself. So that would mean that he's doing the sacrifices and then leaving them? What are entails? Was you in there cleaning up behind that nigga? Yeah.
So he had animals in his house?
No animals. But I do believe that some of the people that were coming over the carriage, I think that they were off into IFA too.
They were all what?
Off into IFA, like the carriage that he was using before me.
You gotta break this down, okay?
Because she said it looked like the care aids were offered to Aoife, or did she say they bought offerings to Aoife? What did she say? She said it looks like the caregivers before me offered to Aoife. I want to hear it right.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. So he had animals in his house?
No animals. But I do believe that some of the people that were coming over the care aids, I think that they were off into Aoife too.
She said the care aids that were coming over, she believed they were offering to Aoife as well.
They were all what?
And entrails. They said, I forgot to put that comment up, but they say entrails are the insides, the guts, or something like that.
Into Aoife, like the care aids that he was using before me.
You gotta break this down, okay? Because I'm literally confused. What do you mean sacrifices? What did he sacrifice?
I never saw it, but I'm saying like out on the back patio, he has a post where you do sacrifices for Aoife.
And what did he sacrifice? Like, what did you see the after effects?
Just the flies. Where are the flies from? It's in the cold. It's like January, February. I was up there for the Super Bowl. Like, why do you have flies here?
Pause. I don't think she even explained the care aids offering to Aoife thing. I don't think it's colons and intestines. Thank you so much. They say entrails are colons and intestines. Wait a minute. I have a few questions. Okay, now this lady says she does Aoife as well. Now maybe that's just a coincidence and they met up. Cool. Now she goes over to his crib to help take care of his mom. She says the house is stinky and he's got fly traps all over. She believes that the caregivers before her were offering to Aoife as well. Now, she says when she goes out back, even in the cold, it flies everywhere because he does his sacrifices and he's not cleaning up the entrails, which would be the colons or the insides of the animal, or whatever the case may be. Now, she didn't go into detail of what exactly he was sacrificing, but I'm wondering, it makes me wonder because Black Americans were the only ones, by and large, collectively under this spell of Dr. Umar and going viral on TikTok and all this stuff. He could have very well possibly been doing sacrifices to keep us and our attention on him. See, y'all don't understand. A lot of people dibble and dabble in spiritual work and in witchcraft and spell work and stuff, and they do that with intentions on making things go a certain way in their lives at the time, okay? And I think that it sounds like what she's saying he was doing, it sounds like it lines up to me that it sounds like it was some witchcraft going on, because when you really think about it, Dr. Umar has never been really questioned on anything. Never. As a matter of fact, most of the podcasts and most of the platforms he go on, nobody holds him accountable. How was Umar able to walk amongst us and screw us over for 10 plus years? It could definitely be witchcraft. These people, I'm not saying that that's what he was doing for sure, because I don't know, but I do know witchcraft can be used for things like that to help manifest and all types of stuff. Yeah, she's not giving enough context, and I think that that's on purpose. Because when Tasha said, what was he sacrificing? All you had to say was, girl, a goat, an animal, whatever. Because what is he sacrificing? That's a question. What and it's not my business, but since you brought it to the internet, I'm curious. What is it that he's sacrificing? And how could you randomly come up on a man who practiced E5 too? Did he get you onto this practice, or were you already doing it? I just have so many questions. Because what are the odds you run across somebody who practiced E5? They acting like that's so common in Black America. That is not common at all. I just have so many questions.
I'm sorry. I told you I ain't a good storyteller, Tasha.
No, girl, that was.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot.
Can't survive in the cold. And so.
And this is another thing too. If he have flies in the cold, that's something heavy there. Listen. Think about it. Flies don't typically show up in the wintertime. Unless something dies, you don't see flies in the wintertime. Think back. If whatever he doing out there, it has to be so bad that it keeps flies year round. Now, he could be just, sacrificing something and not cleaning it, and then going back and sacrificing something and not cleaning it, and it piles up. Who knows? But something in the milk ain't clean. I believe we about to find out a lot of stuff about this Umar character. Can't say it or a lie is going to be exposed. I believe we about to find out a whole bunch of stuff about Umar. Hold on.
You're the only person that got that. Everybody else is like, okay. Yeah, he has flies in the winter. That's weird. It's so much stuff. He accused me, then he goes crazy. He accused you of this isn't the first thing. Like his accounts are not the first.
You guys gonna have to go over there and watch the whole video. I found it interesting when she brought up the witchcraft. Because I'm thinking to myself, now that makes much more sense. Because I'm over here saying, how was he able to go so long without getting caught up? That makes more sense that he could be back there practicing witchcraft. Now, how are we to know that he ain't put nothing or try to put nothing on the masses of us? Like, yeah, how we know? I will say this. I watched the entire interview. The two critiques or the few critiques I have for this woman was the fact that you reached out to Umar to help you, to get help for your son. And not one time did he even acknowledge your son, but you kept going back to sleep with him. I can't respect that. You didn't want help for your son. I'm just telling you what she said in the interview. She reached out to him because she had a 16-year-old who's super tall, who have autism, and she wanted help for her son. Somehow she found herself sexting him, texting him, and sleeping with him, but he ain't even looked at her son. Let this be a lesson to other women. One thing she did say was that he's able to do what he's doing because of the other women. She's right. It's other women who battling other women behind this nigga who ain't nothing. Okay? I am of the belief that Umar could have possibly been doing some sort of witchcraft for his future or for whatever it was he was doing that could have had an effect on us. I don't think that he specifically said, I'm about to put a curse on all Black Americans. No. But I do believe that he could have been doing some stuff behind the scenes that ultimately indirectly affected us. You know what I mean? There was so many red flags to this lady. When she reached out to him, according to her, she reached out to him for help for her son. And when he reached back, he won't even mention the son. But you still talking? Yeah, we got to do better than that. We got to stop hiding behind, we got to do better than that. But at the end of the day, the witchcraft, the spell work, the sacrifices, she won't tell us what he was sacrificing. She said what can be sacrificed, but this lady would not tell us what he was sacrificing. If somebody have an interview where she did go more into detail, please let me know. To the lady, if you would like to come on and tell us more about the sacrifices, I would love to host you and I would love to have you. I would love to host you and I would love to have you because I'm curious. What was this nigga doing? Okay. She mentioned the goat. Yeah. She mentioned the goat. She mentioned a few things. I'm invested now. You know what I mean? I'm invested. Ruby Jones, thank you for the super chat. Says Marcus Garvey scammed by collecting money for ships that didn't exist, and Dr. Umar scammed by promising a school that don't exist. Boom. There you go. That's what I said. Meatball was scamming with the ships. So it makes sense that he was scammed with the schools. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, girl. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ruby. J Grizzly, thank you for the super chat. Says $1.6 million and not a 1 week summer camp for the boys. And that's another thing. See, and listen, Umar was very smart with the way he was doing and rolling out this information. Oh, it's the HVAC. Oh, it's this. He always has something maintenance going on, so you can't say you need to just open the doors. But you're right. He could have at least started off with a summer camp or something. This nigga ain't did nothing. 10 plus years worth of donations with nothing to show for it. That's crazy work. That's diabolical, actually. Tip Top, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Maxine, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Tisha, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Says mama probably laying in pool. Probably. Because it don't look like, according to the lady on the interview, he not taking care of her. She's not being properly cared for. On the interview, the lady who was sleeping with him, who was taking care of his mama, she said when she went to change the lady, and that's another thing. She said when she went to change his mother, she realized when she lifted her up, her bottom was raw. We've all had babies. That means that woman is laying in her urine and or feces for extended periods of time. Then the lady said that the mama tried to fight her when she went to change her. But in the lady's defense, and even the woman said this, he's had multiple caregivers. Who knows if somebody did anything to that lady? Who knows if anybody abused his mama and she's afraid? So anytime he bring new people in, that's why she over there windmilling on the caregivers, because she's afraid. Who knows? Girl, you lying. Who knows? Who knows? That's all I'm asking. So at best, at the very least, his mama needs to be looked into, making sure she's taken care of. Whatever home that is he have her in, that needs to be making sure that they need to make sure that she's being properly taken care of and that home is okay for her to live in. Okay? Like it's a whole lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. But I keep telling y'all, do not believe this social media. It's a big facade. It's fake. None of it's real. Nigga say Garvey was a Leo. Boy, if Garvey was, let me see. Don't get on here and tell me Marcus Garvey was no Leo, girl. If y'all tell me Garvey was a Leo, I think, thank you for the super chat, Trey. Says, I think a lot of our people are into it. Michael B is into it. Even Eric Adams want to be established as a chief right before he took office. Well, I mean, I get it. It's a lot of celebrities. I just don't know nobody personally who's into it. But now I've heard a lot of celebrities and stuff into it. I just know it ain't a Black American cultural thing. We don't, as a culture, Black Americans don't know shit about no EFA. Now, some of us know. I don't know. Some of us know. But as a culture, we don't know shit about no E5. S. Johnson, thank you for being a member for 6 months, says, she said daycare aides were off into the sacrifices as well. That's what I thought she said, too. We're off into the sacrifices. Yeah, but she kind of coughed. She didn't kind of give, you know what I'm saying? She didn't kind of give. I think that was deliberate. Girl, let me find out when Marcus Garvey. When is Marcus Garvey's birthday?
Marcus Garvey was born on August 17th, 1887.
So my theory reigns true. Leos are some lying ass niggas. Shout out to the lying ass Leos. Makes all the sense in the world. I'm out. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy.
Carol, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.